Welcome in, everybody.
Buddy.
How are we doing?
How are you doing, Chris?
Just great.
Just peachy.
It's a giveaway day.
What?
Hooray.
I'm not
Where are my
buying
buttons? Oh,
it.
here.
I'm not buying it.
Bing.
We don't do giveaways.
Welcome in, everybody.
We don't do giveaways here.
Jeff, Crow, Ghost Hunter, Big Bob, Jimbo, Haley, Swifter Bear, Mr. Pernsky, Grumpy, Chaos Angel, Scorched Earth, Cat's Gnarly, and Sarcastic Grandpa.
We don't do giveaways here.
And then I will pop this window out as well. Haha! Huzzah! How are we doing, William? Yes. Hey, if you are not familiar with how our giveaways work, hit that link right there. Figure it out. Fill it out. You got this. Don't let technology win.
Don't let technology win.
You got this. I have utmost faith in all of you.
Don't let our technological
Shailene, what's going on?
overlords win.
We're painting up this little guy, and by we I mean Jason. By Jason I mean all of us.
That's not how that works, Chris.
Spiritually, it does a little bit.
No, you can't add spiritually to legally.
I might be able to do that with
literally.
everything I say, which would be very, very convenient. Patrick says, "Chris, you're hired." Wow, what a
He's hired now?
whirlwind of emotion you just sent me on.
What? You can't just hire Chris.
I don't know about that. I don't know how that works. I don't have this. I don't
You're
have the
not allowed
tools.
to just hire Chris.
Cyber says, "Hey guys, I gotta be quick because I'm doing my finals right now. But do you all have a model that is painted with one-step rust?
He said, but.
But do you? What do you mean? Not fully, but Jason definitely has used some of it before. Used it.
He's uses it.
He definitely has used it. Right there. He's got some rust on that guy. On
Yeah.
those rivets.
On the rivets.
Mm-hmm.
Ones of rivets.
Hate is one of them. Welcome in, Chris. Wow, you're getting really cold, little Billy. Real cold. Well, it says hello, Chris and Jason,
Hello.
and maybe an off-camera Jabe.
Hi.
He's here.
He's
Could
here.
be. Am I muted?
He's over there.
No, you're not muted.
Am I muted? No. We're good.
I'm going
He's
to have
over
to
there
copy.
someplace.
Jeff Brando says I'm going to have to copy that fire recipe. That's the idea.
It's too easy.
Pretty cool.
Too easy. All right, I gotta figure it out. What color are all these things?
Carl Moore says, you give away plenty of all that knowledge. Many thanks. Question for the blending video. Could Jason explain what he meant by intent of color over smoothness of blends? Cheers. What's up, Scorched Earth?
Huh? I don't know in specific statement style, Carl Moore. I would have to go back and watch. That video was shot a long time ago, and they just got the edit done.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to know in context what he was talking about. The intent of color over smoothness is probably, in general, the way I speak like that is that not everything is intended to have to be a smooth blend.
Right.
If you have an intention of material like wool or ripped cloth or worn out, something, then smoothness of blend is going to overwrite your intent. Because a smooth blend makes things look clean and have a visible connotation of being more smooth feeling. And so if you want to do rough textures, you might have to attack your color differently and throw smooth blending out the window, is most likely what we were talking about there.
Jeff Brando, I do not have a direct link to that VOD of where I remember, but we do have a really cool methodology on mouth and teeth. So I'm going to link that for you right now. And you will find that very helpful. I guarantee it. And we have a little short on it, too. Little short, get it? There
Wait
you go.
a minute.
Wait a second. It's like they told us it in the title.
Wait a minute. That a short joke.
Lumberjack says, Chris, why is the giveaway on D&D Day? Why is D&D Day on the giveaway day?
That's my question.
Yep.
How the heck do you allow that to happen?
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense. So we did a lot while you were gone, while you guys were sleeping. I never sleep. I don't get to sleep.
Yeah, you were here.
So I was working. I was painting this little guy. Need to figure out a color for his skirt. Here.
Skinner, what's going on? 21 months. Thank you so much.
His little skirt.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, needs to have a color. And I don't know what color. Because we did like the skirt over here in like a tan.
Yeah.
We could keep that going.
Keep that vibe going.
Keep that going. That could be a thing.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Question mark? Or I could do a color. You know, these guys have got red spikes on them. I could do the cloth in a red. We already have a lot of red on the flame, though.
That flame is very nice.
Could do a bluish cloth. We're going to be in the desert, so... I don't know. I like the green of the bag, but he's already green. That doesn't do me any good. That doesn't help me at all. Jeez.
Question about the Payne's Gray wash, okay? Tried it for the first time last night and was surprised it was a bit thicker than expected. What's the correct application of this paint?
All of our washes are thicker than you would think. You dilute them down with water. We make them that way so that you can use them however you want. You don't just get a runny concoction. You get a transparent paint that will flow right. And it's up to you to determine how you want them to run. So just thin it with some water. What might be the choice here?
He's thinking.
I know, I just can't figure it out.
Of the cloth?
It's got me bogged down. I don't know.
Oh, I get it, because they're frogs. Let's see if Chris sees acknowledges this one. He missed last week. For your stream streak? I don't really go over stream streaks that much anymore, but I will give you your 260 stream streak. Congratulations. Lumberjack, I know you're driving, so don't you get into a wreck, mister. Ryan, what's going on?
Don't make us call your boss, Tim.
Oh, you're not today. I know you've typically been driving, so that's why you can't respond all the time. Prepare your hobbit holes. He's picking out a paint. Okay. Don't know what that means, Sandwich Bro, but I'm not going to respond to those kinds of things anymore.
What?
Yay, Chris. Best C+ producer ever. Jiff. I take it. Thank you. I went from a C- to C+. I'll take it. You're going to D&D soon. Well, Lumberjack, make sure you get your, bring your phone to D&D. Nothing wrong with that.
Have a fun adventure.
Hello, which color showed you?
Have fun with adventuring.
Old Gamer showed you? What are you talking about? You mean what colors are you using now, maybe?
Drab brown.
I love drab brown. Great base for skulls and such.
It really is.
Great color.
Chris tends to like all the colors, which is good.
Right? I think so. Conquer says, can you use one step to shade panel edges without going into the recesses if I remove enough moisture from my brush?
Sure. Yeah, it'll, I mean, if you control it to not run into recesses, it'll do a good job of that.
Oh, you know it.
I was doing it on all the metal here on this guy, and all of the metallics that you see me using on this Troll Army are done with one step over the top as a shader, and I'm not applying it in a way that lets it just kind of run all over the model. I want it to stay where I put it. It still wants to slide around, right? Because it's made to do that. So you got to watch it. It's wily. It'll get away from you.
It's Wile Coyote, as the kids say.
That no kids say that. Like literally no kids say that.
I've heard many kids say it.
They've never said
Very
it.
recently, actually.
No,
it's a trend.
if recent is like within the last 50 years, then maybe.
Primer airbrush question. Using Monument White, 0.3 at 30 psi. It does not like to send paint. Airbrush is clean. Is it? That's my question.
It
While I
isn't.
see the primer shouldn't need to be thinned. What am I doing wrong? You got a deep clog, I bet you.
Yeah, your airbrush is not clean.
I would
your
take it
nozzle
apart and
needs
figure it
to
out.
be. It may flow lesser viscosity paints through it, but it typically means you need to do a deep clean on that nozzle.
Really get it in there. Get it all
Because
kinds
a
of
0.3,
clean.
especially at 30 psi, because we spray at 22 here with a 0.3 and never have a problem. Very dry climate, so.
Okay. Lumberjack, this is an interesting one. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your eyes.
Huh?
I'm going to put the volume down, but I'll have the stream on at 6:50 when Chris draws my name. Please tag me if he pulls my name so I can say I'm here.
No way, dude. Nobody's
Lumberjack,
gonna,
you've
nobody's
gotta
gonna
be
do that for you, dude. Everybody else is gonna go, tough luck, buddy. Draw me next.
And I would be here for today's giveaway. It's a good one. And if you're here, that's great. Scorched Earth, what's going on? Chris, can you please read this for me? Absolutely. I just want to say thank you to Monument Hobbies and this amazing community for everything. This community has been so good to me, and I sincerely appreciate everyone. Thank you all. Hey, Scorched Earth, thank you.
Scorched.
We
Scorched,
really
you're always too
appreciate it.
kind, man. Too kind.
Yeah, we actually.
I don't think we
take
do all
those
that stuff,
things-
but thank you.
we take those things to heart, so we appreciate it.
I don't think we really do all that, but
Lumberjack saying, "What is it, Chris?" Oh, you'll have to wait and see.
you know him. He doesn't like to tell you early.
Yeah,
And he gets mad at me when I tell you early. Acts like I popped somebody's balloon or something.
sometimes he does that. This model is so cool, says Gamer NL. It's pretty cool. Got a lot of fire going on.
It's a fun model. I probably should have painted all of these deep crevice things before I did the metal, but yeah, you know.
Defresh, are all the titanium whites the same pigment outside of the thickness?
Yep.
Great question, by the way.
Yep.
Punisher says I'm going to tag him when it starts so he gets excited and tries to check in. Hey, you got to be here as long
So I was
as
going
you're
to say,
here.
Tim just basically gave you the
keys to
the
the
keys
car.
to the car and said everybody's going to text him, right? And he's going to come in and we'll be like, sorry, Tim.
Or you could just bring the volume up during D&D and tell all of your D&D folks to hop in so that they can win some pretty cool stuff. Just saying. And you all could potentially
Have
win.
fun on the adventure.
Or have a chance to win. Ghost Hunter says, I want these models, but my FLGS doesn't have them in stock. Well, tough luck, Ghost Hunter. It's a harsh world out there, my man. But you can find them online, probably. Dig deep.
Does your FLGS carry Warmachine? Or just not Warmachine at all? I'm just asking if it's just these models they don't have, or do they just not carry Warmachine at all?
Scorcher says, thank you, Chris. Deaf not to the kind, though. Deaf not too kind. Just honest and so incredibly grateful. The streaming community has made a big difference in my stressful life.
Awesome.
Just appreciate everyone so much.
Awesome. It's definitely a good bastion for me. I've been very stressed lately. And this is like, the guys are like, we can have Jordan come on stream. I've been feeling great. And I'm like, nope, I will not give up my stream time. No offense to Jordan. That's asking a lot. I'm not giving up my quality stream time with my internet family.
That's right.
This is my sanity check.
Twisty Farmer, what have you been painting, Chris? I have been painting up some Warmachine. I have got a 100-point army done almost. I've also been painting up some Custodes Terminators, some of my Thunderboy Terminators for Zone Mortalis. So I've been painting those. Those are my main things right now. I've been trying to print some stuff, but I've been having some failed prints.
Still too hot.
Yeah, it really is. I'm trying to push it, and I just can't.
Can you take the printer inside?
Maybe. I don't have really good ventilation, so it gets stinky really fast. So
That's you, Chris.
No, it's not me.
Stop farting.
If I smelled, if my flatulence smelled of resin, I'd admit myself immediately. I'd have a beautiful, weird, like, power, you know? The Justice League gets together and going around asking about everybody's powers. What's yours, Chris? Well, I
fart resin.
I fart resin. Good boy. Now, what do you do, Batman? Ryan is going through that literally right now. It says, "Don't do it, Christopher. Don't do it." Ryan's up there just riding the high today at his loft.
Why?
He tried printing some stuff. And he's got an air purifier and such, but the little potable. This and my CPAP therapy have been making me feel a lot better. Great. Shadowcast, I'm super happy for you, man. Can I go pee? Is it safe? Says Mo. Absolutely.
Pull the winner.
And the winner is... I'm kidding. Monument rep called me today and said to be here today because they're giving away Chris's job. You want it? Come on down. You'll have to fight me out of the building.
All right, so check it out. You know what? The one thing you don't get to choose
is Chris's job.
Is Chris's job. I have to choose whoever sits in this room with me.
That's true.
Not you people. This is my life at stake.
And he's been, you know what's crazy? Since the day I've started being in this, he's flipped a coin if Chris is going to be on stream today. And it's always come up correct. It's wild, huh? Like a really nice Harvey Dent.
I don't flip the coin. I asked the magic 8-ball on my desk, and he acts like that might not be true, but he knows it could be true.
So the
The what?
No, I was reading this two-headed coin. No, Mo, it's not a two-headed coin. It's luck. That's all it is. Pure luck. Chris, there are relatively cheap enclosures to resin print on Amazon. Okay, that vent out the window. Okay, I thought about that. I don't know if I want to get that crazy, though.
I mean, you could use it all year round then.
I could, huh? I'd have to rearrange
That's kind of where the value
stuff.
in having one is that it actually works and does
Send
things.
me a link.
I'm just going to say it out loud.
Send me an affiliate link.
I'm just going to
start
say it out loud.
I'm going to just start sending everybody affiliate links for all the small stuff that Jason uses. Would you guys like 1,000 cups that I get a kickback on?
Wait, what?
Okay, Chris hates me. I don't hate you, Droth. What are you talking about? What did you say, Droth? If
Chris only hates 3 people.
Oh, here we go. And I don't know who they are. If you don't want a fake iridescent blue-green, which color would you use for the base and which for the highlight?
If what? If you don't want a fake?
Yeah.
I don't
Let me go
understand.
back up. Droth, you can always repeat your question.
I don't understand, Droth.
If you want to fake iridescent blue-green, which color would you use for the base and which for the highlight?
That's a question of, do you want it to be more of a blue?
If you want
or do you want it to be
fake
green?
it.
Do you want it to be a green with an iridescent sheen of blue, or do you want it to be blue with an iridescent sheen of green? That's where that answer lies. Is you determining which one is which in your preference. Because either one would work. You can do that really well working up from dark purple through jade, like dark purple, dark blue, jade, green. That works really well. But that's going to leave it to be a little bit more greenish on the top. You could do the same thing if you work through the jades and then the blues as like a turquoise highlight.
Just Mike anymore. I keep mine enclosed still in my garage. Hey, that's a great idea. No links. You know, guys, how I feel about links that aren't my links. You should send that to me. Can you zoom us out
just a bit on the hand
sure.
thing? Now we got really tight on the 200%.
How's that look?
Much better.
Droth, I'm trying to do a bug carapace, so probably have to read it as green with iridescent blue. Okay.
More green with blue. Yeah, so I think that the dark purple, dark blue, dark gray blue kind of a combo as your base, and then start working into the blues, either jade, depending on how big the model is and how detailed you want to get, or just green, regular green.
Nice. Thank you so much for that feedback. We appreciate it. We appreciate that you're watching. Rob? D-Bowler says, is this the same metal treatment that you did last week?
Yep.
But with current available metallics? No.
No. I'm still cheating.
We're not. We are teasing you.
I'm still cheating. I'm still being obnoxious and completely unfair.
Eric says over here on Facebook, I saw someone post a monochromatic painted miniature black and white on Facebook. Unlike complaining where you paint dark to light, do you reverse it to light to dark for monochrome painting?
No.
How would you paint the same figure you're working on in monochrome?
Dark to light works the same way. For no matter if you're using a broad spectrum of colors or monochromatic, you do the same thing. You paint everything the same way depending on what you're trying to create. You know, when we go over and we say, hey, put the filter on, right? When you can imagine, like, had I just painted this in black and white, everything that I've just done would still read correctly had I chosen the right values along the way. Right? We still are getting good shadows. We're still getting good separation of materials and things like that. Of course, the metallic has its own shine, so that breaks the spell a little bit. But if you'd use like just a gray metallic or something, then yeah. But all of the techniques that I'm using, had you just substituted black, white, and gray, you know, or mixed just black and white, would have given you this same outcome.
Ghost Hunter says, tell Jason he has nice haircut, Chris.
Why, thank you. I got my hairs chopped.
Rickster says, will you guys be releasing more texture trainers? I love the stuff you guys offer already.
The hope is yes. So we shall see. I have a range that I had worked on, and unfortunately the sculptor that I had given him to do didn't have any time, and then just kind of dropped the ball. He said he'd get to him, and then he never did. When I contacted him, I think he felt bad and ghosted us. So we'll go back to our other sculptor with him here pretty soon. It hasn't been top priority as we've been going through one step. We tried to get most of the sculpting work done before we launched one step.
Papa Chicken, I'm so glad I was able to get that for you. Long time coming.
Caramel. Or caramel.
There's one riding a kind of beetle/bee hybrid. Oh, are you talking about Moonstone? Vespa, I think, is the model. Yes, I believe that's Moonstone. Is a Huey miniature still in the works?
We could do one, yeah. We have a mini that was done with AMG of their Atom that we could do as well. It's fun.
Nicholas says, can you also let Jordan know that his beard is looking extra magnificent today? He cleans up well. Hey, Snowblinky, you are great at giving me some segues. If you are not familiar with how giveaways work, you're going to hit that link right there. You're going to follow all the instructions. You're going to be here and present on any platform of your choice, whether that's TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or Kick. And you just need to be following that platform, and you need to be here and present. Blam, there you go. Pickman says, thank you for the support for my class at Las Vegas Open.
Awesome. Good luck with all that, Sinjin. I've yet to decide if I'm going. I didn't go last year, did I?
Don't forget LinkedIn.
No.
No, Shadowcast. There's no LinkedIn yet. Ben says, warm yellow, one step over. Fluorescent pink is incredible blonde hair. Ooh, interesting.
It is fluorescent.
It's fluorescent.
What?
That's how they spelled it. Like Coruscant. Fluorescent.
I am helping in that way.
Yeah, I'm helping.
Chris, you say...
None of it matters. What were we going to say?
I said.
No, you ruined it. People don't get to hear now. They'll get mad at you.
And again, Skyhumper, is there an estimate on when the new metallics are going to come out? TBD. I'm getting close to the end of some bottles, and I don't want to get new ones. Or nope, just get new one, or just get the current ones.
Yeah, you get the current ones.
Yeah. TBD. Don't be waiting on that stuff. They're very much in progress. Papa Chicken, I'm going to answer this one for you. No.
What's that?
I won't read it out loud.
Okay.
He's asking something about LinkedIn.
Oh.
And I decided to not say it out loud. But maybe, you know what? I'm going to do this one. Jason, is the lack of Monument Hobbies LinkedIn going to reflect apparently on Chris's end of the year review?
100%.
Yeah. So I have a huge mixed message going on right now. Jason's going to bring up at the end of the year, it's like, why haven't we been streaming on LinkedIn?
Didn't we say we were
I'm going to get that
LinkedIn,
message
Chris?
late in the night. I'm like, where's the LinkedIn streams? And I'm going to go, oh no.
Fire.
Travel Cedric. Hey, Chris, I sent you a Discord message with the resin that I use indoors. Oh, cool. Thank you. I'll give it a whirl.
It'll be on Christmas Day, just in the afternoon.
In Christmas Day. Yes. Here you go. Castle something. Who makes these bases? Cobalt Keep. Droth, that's hilarious. You're like, Castle something? They have a little castle. It's Cobalt Keep. Lumberjack says, I just looked at my miniature from last month in black and white. I'm so proud of that model. Nice.
Awesome.
That must feel good. Chris should have a Huey costume to wear during stream. I'd wear it.
I approve this idea.
Personally, I'm waiting for the Monument OF, says Wad. What do you mean you're waiting?
It's there.
Yeah, I've made
You obviously don't have an OnlyFans account.
$1,700 a day on average from that. So, there you go. What do you like about the Cobalt Beat cases, says, or the bases, says D-Bowler, that have a lip versus the one without? Warmachine has...
Well, Warmachine has these round
yeah.
bases that have lips, so that's the only thing you use for Warmachine.
Why did they do that? Do you know?
The lip?
Yeah.
I don't know, so you could put stuff in it. I don't know if it was already engineered. You'd have to talk to somebody who was around back then for me. I don't know. It was probably
like a
the only
measurement
kind of
thing.
base that was available that was in mass production that they could use.
Gotcha. I thought it had to do with some measurement thing, but maybe not.
No. It may have just been, hey, you know, we're not going to do the same thing GW does. What other bases are available readily to get? And they went with the round lip because Malifaux uses the same round lip bases. Like Guild Ball, the Steamforge guys did. There's a lot of games out there that have, but then there's an equal amount or more that use the slant bases like GW.
Yeah, they're really convenient because you can get them in packs with their magnets, and then you can get a little holder, kind of like what Jason has.
Well, not kinda, it is.
Yeah. So it's a really good
Their bases
system.
are rad because they have the centered magnet that's captured. So you just put a drop of glue in there, shove it in there, and now the magnet can't move around. It's perfect for that. And then it gives you this X pattern, and that X pattern is what's on the base with the little piece of metal in there. And so this just lines up and they snap down positively. So now you have a really good miniature holder.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Fun little ecosystem.
Very, very nice.
And they also have the regular traditional bases too, like the slanted ones.
Yeah, they have all the GW sizes and everything.
Wad, Mo says, Wad, you're not missing out. It's mostly Chris trying to do Jason's man stare and feet. No, it's just my feet. It's every time we go live, it goes live to my feet.
It's live right now.
Yeah.
Everybody just ran off and checked their OnlyFans account.
Little does Jason know, in the background, I have a double instance of OBS running that has actually been filming my feet this entire time. Since January 3rd of 2025. Just in case somebody asked for it. So I do have those VODs.
How many terabytes of Chris foot do we have?
No, that's
like
a Google,
Hobbit.
That's a Google
thing.
It's over on Google, so they get to store it for me.
They get to? Like they're lucky?
Yeah, I don't think I stuttered.
Get to.
They called me up. They're like, "This is amazing content." Free grippers in this economy? That's silly. Double T says, I sell my used minis with bare feet much quicker on Marketplace. Interesting. I don't know if you can.
Tom's their wee.
I don't know if you can cross. I don't think there's any relationship there.
What if there is?
Look at all these little models I found with bare feet. Yikes.
Oh, these little hobbitses.
Nicholas says, one of the things you don't realize about owning a store is how much terrain you'll need to paint. So I finally got an airbrush. I know a .32 22 PSI for minis. Would you change anything for terrain pieces?
Nah. Same thing works.
The Adepticon spray team knows a little bit about that.
Somebody just released a deal not too long ago saying that what the actual output capability of the various airbrushes was. And everybody was really surprised to find that most of the airbrushes wouldn't output a consistent level higher than about 18 to 20 PSI anyway. Really? No matter what you set it at, that it was self-limiting. I haven't tested that, but it was an interesting report that I read.
Interesting.
They had gone through and measured the output at the nozzle and said that it had every brand and showed how all of them were fairly kidding you when it turned into what your usable pressure at the nozzle was on output. And so I was like, yeah, well, that would make sense as to why I had found over the years that 22 is about as high as you ever need to go. Nothing above that felt any different to me. Now I know why, if that's true. I did not corroborate, so.
Bearded, what's going on? I'm currently painting a ton of terrain at my local GT. Nice. Painting terrain is fun. If you get in the mood and you get.
We just started this conversation today on how in the world are we going to get enough terrain for the shop. So we've already got our feelers out talking to people.
We got friends in high places or low places or places.
I got friends.
I got friends in low places. PSI output is determined by nozzle size. Smaller nozzles limited, so 30 PSI on a 0.2 won't do anything more than 20. Okay. That's why 0.5 is great for priming or base coating. You can just blast it. Donnie Dynamo says, as someone whose regulator is broken, locked permanently at 40-ish PSI, airbrushing has been very interesting. Some people paint at a very high PSI.
Sounds like Aaron Lovejoy sets his at like 40 or 50 or something like that.
Just blasting it.
Yeah, you can do it. Nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I think that it self-regulates to some extent because, if you plug it into your, you get an adapter, 1/4 to 1/8 inch adapter, and plug it into your shop compressor that's running at 90 or 120.
Yeah.
It's not going to output 120 at the nozzle of this airbrush.
Let's see.
It might do bad things to seals in the valve and such.
Mm-hmm. Chaos Angel, talk to the crazy people at Adepticon. The terrain they turn out every year is nuts.
That's who we're talking to.
Yeah. They're great people. We make their the Adepticon spray team set. So they use all those colors in that set. They definitely love their magnesium.
Yeah. Already have some bone.
They're the ones airbrushing constantly.
I do, but I think I want dark ivory.
GW, I have not seen any of the pre-painted GW terrain. I haven't seen what that looks like in person.
Danger Boy, who are you talking to? They're a retailer now and don't have to worry about the loss or paint sales? What are we talking about?
Let's see. It's not that's what they're talking about is GW terrain, the pre-painted. Ask GW to send you the pre-painted stuff they got now. Oh,
that's the thing is 11th edition, you're stuck with having to have particular terrain, right? They've made it very
Are you?
Uniform, yeah.
Oh, I thought they got rid of that.
No, they just brought it in.
Oh.
And that's what all the pre-painted terrain is for, is now they've... And it's funny because you have all these people who, all the tabletop insert whatever here, who have gone off and done their terrain, and now GW's come back and said, screw you guys, here's new terrain stuff for 11th edition. It's all uniform because, as the Adepticon guys let me know, that the competitive scene has been demanding uniform terrain for a long time.
Oh.
I guess that it's not as widely held that people love playing on narrative boards.
I
in competitive scene because sometimes the terrain plays too big a part in ruining your game plan.
Even for tournaments, I could see that.
So they wanted the terrain to be something that was, I think, better defined while playing, so you knew that when you got a particular scenario that this is the way the terrain was going to be. And
Kale, that's what I think I've heard. 11th has terrain templates too. You can add your own terrain onto these templates.
But it's where the template and size go that's defined now.
Ryan said they should just get good.
That's kind of the way I look at it. I don't understand that whole thing. That their terrain is usually fairly useless in Warhammer anyway. I hear they've changed a little bit of that, but
what color should I pick to do a box art orc skin? I'm buying a pack of paints soon. Box art orc skin.
Well, I don't, when you say box art, it throws me because I don't know the box you're looking at. Are you looking at GW works? I don't know their colors, so.
Yeah, I might need a color workup for that, Bearded.
We typically like a dark yellow green, bright yellow green. You don't have to use as much bright yellow green if you want it to be, darker flesh. But that's kind of where I'm always centered. Makes it really easy and repeatable. Just use greens. You can start with, purples in there if you want.
Oh, Skull and Roses, first time chat. Hey, welcome guys.
Hello.
I'm a month into painting. Happy to be here.
Awesome.
Been loving painting my Tyranids with Procro Royal Purple.
Awesome.
Sweet. Welcome in. We do this every day, every weekday, 2 to 4 p.m. MST. Come hang out. Gustav says, "Hey, Jason.
Sir.
I have achieved a bunch of old models for Warmachine, and they have incomplete paint jobs. So they have incomplete paint jobs or things that I'd like to try my hand at painting. You just reprime or you strip?"
I usually reprime. The only time that, I never really strip models. Not that you can't, but I don't. The only time I would is if there was a model that I was like, oh my God, I really have to paint this, some sort of vintage thing that I was super stoked about, or a model that was hard to find, and somebody just glommed on so much primer that you didn't have any detailing on it, maybe. That would be about the only time I can imagine wanting to strip a model. I just don't think you have to. I think you can reprime and just kind of dust them lightly with primer. You don't have to go heavy with the primer. You don't even need to fully cover the colors the model is. You just need to have them desaturate to gray enough to where you can put other colors over the top and really get your colors to be prominent. So that's what I do. And we do it a lot. I've shown here, in the past, painting over models that we bought and, just doing a light dusting, or going back over the exact colors that the models were and using those colors as your base coat. Usually when I get models, they're not painted with like value workups and things like that. They're basically like a base coat and maybe a wash. So there's not a lot that you have to cover up, and you can use that as your base coat, right? So if somebody's painted something blue, then you can take the blue with their highlight and wash and just kind of use that as your base coat and go from there. That can make it a lot easier. If you can think of a color scheme where that, color that's on the model right now still works as a base coat, then that's what I suggest doing most of the time.
Yuri says, "Amazing painting and miniature." Thank you.
Thank you. It's a fun guy. I said last night when I posted it up after the stream that it's just the right amount of like silly and serious. It's not full on cartoony, but cartoony enough to keep it with some really cool attitude that makes it fun. Everybody posts like, oh, this miniature's so fun to paint. And I'm always like, I try to not do that, right? But every miniature's fun to paint for me. But some of them just have a personality that makes the model kind of paint itself, and this is one of those. The Trollkin Army is one of those that just makes it easy to paint because the models themselves have enough
They're all fun.
personality that, yeah, they're really fun to work on.
Ted Onion says, "You just moved up in value with that off-white. How do you keep that from being a hard edge on the highlight when you apply it?"
How do you keep it from being a hard edge?
Hard edge on the highlight when you apply it.
Well, I guess it's a lot of just how do you work it back into the other colors, right? So whether you're doing like hatching like I'm doing on the back, right? So you can see that like I'm kind of hatching the paint. It's a little blurry there, but
Let me redo it. There it is.
Right. So hatching kind of fuzzes out the line a little bit. That's what I'm doing up here, just using hatching as the way I'm putting on there. It also gives a texture to the cloth. That's typically how you can do that. I mean, if you just take it and do the edges and just paint like lines, then they're going to appear more like lines.
Dark Mockery. Oh, sorry, Jason.
You can do the highlight, and then you can go back over the top of it with a thin glaze of like the mid-tone color if you need. Like this back here, maybe it got too bright. So I can take and go back to my caramel, which was the last color. And I can take the caramel and just make a very thin glaze like such and get all that moisture off the brush. There's not a whole lot of paint and color on there anyway. And then when I go back down over this, I can just kind of skim the whole surface with it. Because I've taken all that moisture off, it doesn't pool up, doesn't change anything, and then I can knock that down real quick like that. Make it more consistent with the front, maybe.
Let's see. Dark Mockery saying, "How's Jason feeling today? I remember him saying he wasn't feeling well yesterday."
Thank you for that. No, I still am not 100%, but better. Thank you for asking.
Yuri, we We do this every single day from 2 to 4 p.m. Well, weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you want to learn how to paint, this is the best place. So if you've got questions, let us know. You say, I wish I could paint like that. Big hugs. Yeah. If you have questions, please let us know.
Everybody
Make
can
sure
paint
you tag
like
us,
this.
by the way. Tag at Monument Hobby so I can see it. It highlights the message for me.
Honestly, nothing I'm doing here is something that
What's up, Lapton?
you guys can't do. It does take practice. It does take the want, to be able to do it. But there's nothing I'm doing that is difficult.
Yeah.
In terms of, like you have to know or have 10,000 hours to do it. I think the difficult part is obviously fine detailing, right? Like getting in with just the point of a small brush and just getting enough paint on a location to do what you're wanting to do. I'm trying to fit 3 colors into an area right here that is smaller than like the head of a pen. And so sometimes that is its own heavy lifting, but there's no school or book you can read that helps you with that. It's literally just patience and practice, because you're going to have to take the time to want to line up the brush stroke, so you can get into the area you're trying to paint and then get some color on there. So it's really just, fine tuning your motor skills, I think.
Yeah.
And that works pretty good. And that's kind of it.
You know what?
Looks kind of similar.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to go with this kind of tannish workup for all of mine.
Yeah, it looks like the same material, just maybe aged differently.
Yeah, all of my stuff.
If you're not familiar with what today is, I'm going to remind you right now. It's Wednesday, I hope.
It's a giveaway.
But it's also a giveaway day. Hit that link that I just posted. You can be in any of our platforms. Here it is over here on Tiki-Tikis.
Tic-Tac.
YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Kick, Twitch, all of them. Hit that link, follow the instructions, and be here when we call your name. I typically give a 5-minute warning around 3:45, and then we'll pull names around 3:50. Let me go back up here. Rosary says, hello, Monument team.
Hello.
Jason, I've been doing my homework on Sanguinius model. Would you change any colors if you started with a black-brown base coat?
No. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't really think so. Because that one was, I don't remember what we did on the redo, right? I don't remember if we started with, like burnt orange, I feel like, or mahogany. I don't remember what we did on this guy when we went back and redid him. But I think black brown's a great color. I think over the top of the black brown, you could just go straight to like the burnt orange, and then you can go in with your, your yellow of choice, and then the pale yellow, and then do the lining. And then I did I think the dark green brown, right, on him. I don't remember what the wash was. I'd have to go back and watch. We paint so much that I think I'd have to go back and watch it again to remember what all the colors were. But no, I wouldn't change anything over the black brown. Black brown would be a good base coat for him.
If you really want to get into it, you can order yourself YouTube Premium and get the 3x speed and watch that 8-hour video on that.
You have to be premium to get 3x?
3x, yeah. Everybody gets 2x, but they have a 3x. Gotcha. I think they have 4x now.
That's insane.
Just yeah.
That's insane.
Instead of using water, can I thin my paints using the glaze and wash medium to keep the same vibrancy?
Yeah. It won't tune the vibrancy down. It keeps the paint more viscous, so it feels more like paint. That's the whole point of the glaze wash medium. The one-step special sauce will do a lot of what the glaze and wash medium does, but it's less viscous. It's more runny. And so it will, be kind of in between the two, right? You've got glaze wash medium and water. Water's very runny, low viscosity, and the one step sits right in between those two. So I find myself using one step more and more and more for everything. I've been burning through it because I just love the viscosity. It is just the pleasant middle ground between water and glaze wash medium. And then I really am only using the glaze wash medium when I need to mix a lot of a glaze, a lot of a color that I'm going to use over like a whole army. So special sauce is kind of won the battle for me right now.
Stan, no, I'm not. I just need to know these things. YouTube's doing a lot of changes too. A lot going on over there. The old Google foo. Actually, they just announced too. This is an interesting factoid for all of you. I was reading in a report that they are counting views within frames of a person watching rather than 1 second. So other things, right? So now they have made it across the platform. So, which is very interesting. So, to count as a view, because they had different view count times for each application, like live or whatever.
They tested it with shorts,
yeah,
and they were happy with it. So now they're broadcasting that to every format.
Everything.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't change their new ways that people get fed your content. But there's your little factoid for you. Question: what should I expect to be different between the current Pro Acryl Metallics and the new Gen Pro Acryl Metallics?
What we've changed is moving from mica to aluminum, and that's really it. I mean, there are some other, lower level changes in the solution that I won't talk about, the suspension that I won't talk about, but none of them are really noticeable. They all have to do with making that change to aluminum flake. We have found an aluminum flake that is
very nice,
very rare, and works in a water-soluble suspension so that we can do all the things that you would normally have to do in an alcohol metallic and a water-based metallic, so it just cleans up like normal. You don't have to use any special anything. That's our big thing, is that I don't want to, everybody's like, why don't you make some oils or enamels, like the Villainy or whomever out there is doing, the dirty down. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I don't want to use heavy solvents. I don't want to have to use messy, toxic stuff with my paint.
Dirty down.
And I'm not a big fan of the options out there. So we're looking at ways that we can offer those same or very similar, like Noosh, where we can offer a very similar experience to an oil wash or an oil filter.
Why do most other guys use alcohol base then?
Well, not most. There's not very many people that do. Mr. Hobby, Tamiya, Vallejo used to. I think they stopped.
Yeah.
Vallejo stopped their metal color stuff because its formulation got banned, I think. It may still have it. But they had to stop making the old formula. They may still have the name, but they had to stop the formulation the way that it was.
Gilmore,
it was deemed toxic.
Mental health versus hobbies question. Okay. Yeah. I've been in a bit of a funk lately and having a hard time getting excited to sit down and paint. And when I do, I've noticed that my work is much more muddy / desaturated than normal. Any advice on getting back into the groove? We get that a lot, believe it or not.
I feel like you might be forcing yourself against what feels right, and that's causing you that rift to where if you're not interested, the rule of cool is probably suffering a little bit with you right now. If you've got that stigma going on in your head of maybe the world around you, whatever's going on at your job, I don't know what's bugging you, but it's valid, and you're letting it creep into your hobby as you're doing your hobby. That's why you're seeing desaturated colors and, not as happy with the output that you're doing, because somewhere along the line, you're just not excited about what you're painting. And so you're not putting your all into it. It is that easy. I've always said, don't let the hobby be the thing that, drives you bonkers or becomes unfun. And you're kind of experiencing one way that can happen, I think. Because, you could sit down and expect your hobby to maybe clear your problems out for the day and whatever. And it can't ever do that, right? The hobby isn't you do that. And I know that's a very duh statement, right? The hobby doesn't do anything. The hobby is just models and paint and things. You go do stuff with it. So the first thing you have to do is say, you know what? I can't fix any of this stuff that's bumming me out right now. But what I can do is go experience something that doesn't bum me out and make a concerted effort to go sit down with that brush in your hand and have fun. Do something cool.
Yeah.
Don't pressure yourself. I say that all the time. Don't put yourself in a position where it's like, I got to get this army done by the weekend for the tournament. That's probably not the best time to try to do that. But everybody responds differently to those situations, so maybe it is for you. But yeah, I think that you first have to kind of just get your head right around the fact that, okay, I'm going to go do this and I'm going to have fun. And I tend to think about it very brash. I'm like, to hell with the world. The world can't keep me down. I'm going to go hobby. Today, I feel like ass. Just going to say it, right? I was stressed out over the end of last week and the weekend to the point to where I did not sleep good. I did not take care of myself, and now I'm suffering for it, right? So I feel like crap. But the one thing that I knew is Jen was like, well, what are you going to do? I went and got my hair cut, right? I stayed at home, and I did my meetings from my home office today. I didn't come into the office, and then I'm like, well, I'm going to go up and paint some. And she's like, well, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, I need to paint. You know, it's not because I feel 100% or whatever. It's because I need to paint. I need to tell the world by my painting that I don't care that the rest of it feels rough and that I'm stressed, right? This is my place to come not be stressed. Hang out with you guys, slap some warm brown on these leather bits, right? Be patient, take my time. I'm not asking the model to do crazy stuff. I'm not asking it to cure my stress. I'm telling my stress that it can't afford my attention right now. And then I'm going to go do this. And then when I'm done, then I can go back and look at, okay, what was it that was stressing me? What do I need to deal with now? And I'll be in a better space, me personally, after having taken the time to say, screw you, stress. I'm going to go paint because painting is my happy place. And I just let that take over. So that's me. Maybe that doesn't work for everybody, but that's the way that it works the best for me.
Rob, to go back to your question, sorry I missed it over here. When are we going to be able to travel to Arizona, eat burritos, and spend a weekend learning from Jason how to paint models start to finish?
Soon.
Very soon. There's nothing planned yet on the books, but that statement gets more real and real. We are planning on opening up an experience center. Hey, I'm getting my food.
I'm already placing
license,
orders
Jason.
for products.
I make a mean breakfast burrito.
I'm already making orders for products. I've got a meeting that I have to set up. I have not done that with a friend of mine who is a chef and runs a catering company, and she was really excited about the opportunity. So she's going to try to either find me somebody that can do it or do it with me, I think. And so yeah, we're gonna
Doghouse. I know you'd be there.
Strike up a lot of conversations and get it going. But we got all sorts of things in the work. The contractor was here just a little bit ago. They've got to give us the final quote for the build out, and then we're going to get started once they get that all put together. Yeah, it's coming. And then as far as like when do classes start up, then that's a whole nother conversation that we got to go through.
Yep. We'll definitely let everybody know, because a lot of you are just mentioning you'd want to make a trip out. We'll definitely know when the hard launch will be.
Yeah, join the Discord. You'll hear all about it.
Yeah.
It will be a big deal.
Grumpy says, so will it be Slick Willie's?
It is Slick Willie's.
Slick Willie's Experience Center?
No, it's not Slick Willie's Experience Center. It's Slick Willie's in the Monument Hobbies Wargaming Experience Center.
Yeah.
Slick Willie's, feta chili, cheesecake steak, and breakfast sushi. You know it.
Sazzle, I'm working on a Cities of Sigmar models that I want primary color to be blue. Can you advise a quick 3-color workup for blue cloth? I'm feeling stuck. Oh my gosh, Sazzle. Whatever Jason says is going to be amazing. But I also have an amazing methodology for you.
Yeah, I think
perfect.
Blue cloth is one of those that does very, very well when you just go from like dark purple to blue to sky blue. That's like you can literally get that easy.
It's literally that same. It's literally that.
Yeah, dark purple, perfect. Blue, sky blue does great. I'm trying to look around here and see what we've got.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be dissimilar, although these were all done with expert acrylics, but it wouldn't be dissimilar to this.
He's a fun model.
Right?
Yeah.
This was done with a lot of hatching, but it wouldn't be dissimilar to this.
That's such a fun looking model.
I chose to go very bright with the blue on him, but you can kind of get the feel of where it was. And you could tone down the sky blue to let more of the blue come through to make it more mid-tone blue. You could let more of the dark blue show through, or the dark purple to show through to get it even darker. But yeah, it's somewhere in that realm.
I don't know. Are we involved with Smite Club?
With what?
Smite Club this weekend?
I would think we have probably sponsored it.
We know all of those guys over there.
It's local.
Yeah. What about the stress I get from watching you guys paint and looking at my models and realize my painting sucks? No, Killjoy, no.
That's not stress.
No.
We
don't condone that here.
We don't
talk
listen
about
to
our
that.
friends that way.
Yes.
Do you guys have any guides on painting certain textures? We have a great video about painting textures. Let me link you that. Jason did a very cool texture concept video, which you can find all of this stuff on the Learn tab on our website. I'm going to link it for you personally because that's what I do for all of my wonderful children of
Wonderful children.
Wonderful children of the krill.
My chillins.
Here you go. Check this link out. It's all about textures. Shadowcast. You'll like that one. Little Billy says, I can't wait to make a trip so that Little Billy can eat feta chili at Slick Willie's and Monuments Wargaming Experience Center just over the hilly. Little Billy, unfortunately, you don't have permission to come.
What?
So you've been banned.
How can you be banned from a place that isn't even open yet? You're not banned. Don't listen to Chris.
Luckily, I can do that. Jason Secret's like,
Chris.
hey, are you going to ban Little Billy from the store? And I said, it's a given. Now, Little Billy, we'll have to throw down some dice. We'll figure it out. No, you can still come. It would be fun. But the day you actually get here is the day I move, so I don't know how that's going to work, so we'll have to figure that one out, buddy.
You just have that on your calendar? Little Billy arrives,
Little Billy
I
arrive,
leave.
I move. But what about escrow? Screw it. I'm out of here.
Like foreclosures in my future.
Ghost Hunter, that's why I'm not telling Chris when I visit. Hey, Ghost Hunter, technically you have fired me a lot, so next t-shirt idea. Okay. Yeah. Rocco, I knew you'd say this one because I've thought about this. Next t-shirt idea, Children of the Krill style to look like the Children of the Corn movie poster. I know. I have thought about this one. But instead of corn, it's bottles of paint. Sounds great. Mr. Ryan over here, I already know is taking notes.
Make it happen, Ryan.
You want to know what, Jason, goes good with Pro Acrylic paint?
Huh?
Do you want to know what goes good with Pro Acrylic paint?
Painting.
That's right.
Great
also
models.
giveaways.
Great models.
Hit that link right there.
Friends and fun. Good food. Good times.
I love how you said that. Friends and fun. Better be. Hit that link right there. Go sign up for our giveaway. And yeah, win some. Today's prize is cool. Bakanawa giving out some subs. If you got a gifted sub from Bakanawa, thank you so much. And Grimsrude, thank you so much for that Prime sub. We appreciate it. Go buy
Everybody's
some
having
Pro
a
Grill.
wonderful hump day. A lot going on. Lots going on.
Mandatory fun. Shailene says, what? Giveaway? There's no giveaways here. Shailene, you could not be so farther from the truth. Here is the link that you would click if you wanted to be a part of it. Guess what day it is? Rickster, giveaway day. I know you were thinking hump day, but it's giveaway day. And Skulls and Roses, thank you for that sub. Cairo Slays, first time chat, welcome in. Waiting for the paint to come in today. My first real army after the intro set. Sweet. Plastic Priest says, tips on sticking with a project to completion. I have a lot of 70% done stuff.
Man, I am not the one to ask. I am right there with you. If you find anybody with a golden bullet on that one, or a
If
silver
anybody
bullet,
has,
please let me
I'm
know.
going to ask the chat the first time I've asked Chad a question. Anybody have tips on completing armies around here?
I wish I knew.
I know.
I'm doing that right now, though. I am blowing through these trolls. We're gonna finish this army. Everybody's been calling me out. I won't put up with it anymore.
This is what I'll say. This is my tip, Plastic Priest.
I won't let them make fun of me anymore.
Plastic Priest, this is my tip for you if you want to complete armies. Before you start your army project, determine the quality of good, and that only can be determined by you that you want them to be.
100%.
Like my pigs, I was like, you know what? I want these to be good, but I want it to be quick. So
Dallas from AMG always says it the best. The best color is done.
Yeah. I want to go. We're playing on Fridays. I've played too many war games in my past with unpainted miniatures. I don't want that to be the case. So you have to go in and decide what that looks like. Or you could be Baby J and be a silly man and paint very fast, very quick all the time, very well.
He worked for Dallas.
That's true.
So he has a leg up on the rest of us.
So anyway, that's what I would say.
Dallas taught him most of what he knows. So he has the Padawan.
Yes. Jason has bought completed armies as well, painted.
100%.
So that's one way to do it too, I guess.
100%.
Will there be monument branded condiments in Pro Acryl bottles at Slick Willie's?
Sure. Pyro red for ketchup.
Yep.
Golden yellow for mustard.
That's why I play skirmish games. I need to paint Cliff Jumper, absolutely.
But that's what I tell myself, and those don't get done either. I think that, you know what I'm experiencing right now is that the game that you love to play is the one that you will paint more of. So I think what a lot of us do and aren't really willing to admit is that we buy these cool armies, but we don't ever really play the games. You know, a lot of studies have been done that show that 40K players typically play a max of 3 games a year.
Yeah.
The average.
Yes.
And it's one thing to say, well, I enjoy the painting part more than the playing part, but what I will tell you is that completion of painting of armies, I think, is wholly contingent upon whether or not you actually play and enjoy playing with those armies. 100%. 100%. We might buy Space Marines and paint. I got this Blood Angels, and I really would, if I had a Blood Angels army that looked like that when it was finished, I would be stoked, but I don't play and enjoy the game.
Yeah.
So is it going to happen? No idea. Maybe over time. Never say never, right? But for me, it all comes down to, do I enjoy playing the game? And I love Warmachine. And so playing Warmachine drives me to be like what Chris is talking about. I want my armies to look good on the table because I love playing this game. My problem with Warmachine is I have 11 armies. And painting 11 armies is really tough. So what I'm doing now is picking the one that I enjoy the most, which is Trolls. And we're painting Trolls.
Wait, to play?
What's that?
To play?
Well, I've only played the one game of them so far.
Okay.
But I have played Trolls for a number of years. And they're very different now.
Yeah.
These Kithgard stuff is very different now.
Yeah, so you know what's up.
But I know, I know what's up. I can tell that I'm going to enjoy playing, and I think this Bugatti Bomb is going to be a lot of fun. So,
I mean, with a name like that, he's got to be fun.
He's very straightforward. He's very run forward, smack you in the face. So I like that. That's my style.
Yes, and skirmish games, you know, that's like what Jason's saying. It kind of depends, right? That's why I like Blood Bowl. I love Blood Bowl I love playing Blood Bowl when I'm in the mood, but I love playing those models. So that's why I really enjoy Blood Bowl. I used to play a lot of AOS, and towards the end I was playing smaller games of that. But again, it was the same thing for that. I'm like, you know what? I want these to be XYZ. And before I even start it, that's kind of where I'm at, right? That's how I decide to paint armies up quickly. Architect says, are there any tips for keeping the Dauntless brushes from not looking like split ends after 1 or 2 uses? Absolutely. Cleaned with Gentastics brush glue and stuff and went back to them for the next use, and they're still looking like a part of a shampoo ad from the 80s. It's a lot of
dramatic explanation.
I think you might not be getting some of the stuff out of the ferrule.
It sounds like you're painting very heavy with the paint, and in the ferrule, the paint constricts, and so when you clean, you need to make sure you're getting that out.
And really
Chris will show
getting
you
it
that
out.
video. But yeah, you shouldn't be experiencing that.
I can speak directly to this because I spent this last weekend reviving many brushes. And they were all Dauntless brushes. But yeah, you really got to get in there. Yep. Architect says, oh, I mean split ends at the tip. It's the same thing.
Yep. Paint in the ferrule is what causes split tips.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize that, but it's the build-up paint at the base of the brush that is the problem. 100%
I see you, Rattle
of the
Cam.
time.
Herpa derpa. Sherpa. As a person new to wargaming, can you explain what you like about Warmachine versus Warhammer? It is just the lack of hammers?
It is that there are no hammers. There's
There are
only
no
machines. That is the best explanation ever.
Just less hammers.
Yeah, it has no hammers in it. Okay, so most games are typically games where I go, you go, right? Instead of alternating activation. And in order to do that right, I have a definitive thing that I look at and say, okay, if it's going to be you activate your whole army and then I activate my whole army, that I call I go, you go, right? So I'm going to go finish everything I'm going to do, and then you get to go and do everything you're going to do. Okay, that's the way a lot of war games work. It's not very immersive. It's not very inclusive of your opponent as they watch your army tear through theirs for a turn, and then they come back and say, okay, my turn. So Warhammer, you have phases. You have the movement phase. I take all of my units, doesn't matter how many I have. Maybe I have 100 dudes on the table, 50 dudes on the table. I move all 50 of my dudes. Then I go to the shooting phase, right? Or you go command phase, movement phase, shooting phase, assault phase, combat phase, end phase, all these phases, whatever. But in each of those phases, you're moving your whole army and committing to doing these actions. So if I move my whole army and then shoot my whole army, now that I've committed my army forward, I'm committed to my models all being in the place they are. I can't take, there's no takesy-backsies. So then when I shoot, if I start from the right hand of the table and I shoot that unit into that model, and I don't kill it, but I was hoping to kill it, and I don't kill it, now I'm just screwed. I don't have another unit that can shoot at that same model if I didn't already commit it over there, right? You have to think too much ahead without enough information in most games. That's why I don't like them. Warmachine, each model in my army activates fully. It moves, it shoots, it assaults, it charges, it fights in combat, it dies, whatever. It does all of that, and then I get to choose from the outcome of what happened with that one model. So my big frog, right? This big frog gets to charge in or shoot and charge and beat the crap out of a model. And if the model doesn't die, then I can say, no biggie, I'm going to take my other model and charge it into that model because my other model hasn't moved or committed to anything yet. So Warmachine allows you to respond better to the entire table, the entire game, and your opponent is having to be involved in all of that as well. It's an open information game. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of, hey, what does this model do? Because if I do this, how do you react? And he'll have to tell you and all that. So both players wind up paying attention to the whole game. It's just a better experience all the way around. 100% better experience all the way around. Not everybody thinks so, but I do. Warmachine is the game that I have played the most in my life, both going to competitions and things like that, which may not be your bag. You may not like going to competitions. That's fine. You don't have to. It's great just for our Friday night casual stuff.
Yeah.
It just makes I think everybody's included the whole game. There's a lot more going on, and there's a lot less of that feeling where, oops, I just lost the game by not, moving correctly. You can dig yourself out of a hole that's pretty deep in Warmachine and stage a comeback of epic proportions, which makes it very, not only, cool and narrative. The games that I remember playing in my life are largely those that are very narrative. Warmachine is up there.
Yeah.
I don't remember a single 40K game I've played except for the ones where I had very abusive lists and just totally tabled people.
Frigid says, as a brand new player of tabletop games, formerly only painter for stuff, I love Warmachine so much more because I feel immersed the entire time, and I feel like I have no time to take a nap.
Yeah, you can't go get a sandwich while
No,
your opponent plays. You have to be there and you have to be involved. It's not because you necessarily get to shoot on your opponent's phase. It's that you're going to need to watch every move your opponent makes and be formulating your next turn, because there's so many opportunities to do stuff, because you don't just commit your whole army forward and then hope for the best and then get to gripe about it. Warmachine is a game that if you practice, you can get better at. Let me just say it that way. Whereas, Warhammer, can you? Sure. The people that are on like the US team and the World Championship teams would tell you, oh yeah, you can practice and get better. But it's still largely, as all of them are, at the whim of the dice. And more so, I think, than games like Warmachine, because, Warmachine at least gives you the opportunity to respond better and in more different ways. So that's my take on it. That's why I love it so much.
D-Swap says, how do
Plus
you
it
all
has-
feel about those Station Forge models? They make some cool stuff. Very orky.
I just
Yay.
sent, that was where that one I sent you was from,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They had like a big,
It's like, I think it's actually to replace their a couple different units, depending on how big you print it, I guess, right?
I don't know, it seemed like it would be a Stompa to me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Frigid, hope you're doing well, man.
It's I see so many models out there that are tremendous all the time, though. There's just too much.
Yeah.
It's sensory overload. So I say it's such a great time to be a person who loves miniature wargaming, because anything you want to do,
Gus.
you can do.
Yep. Gus says, that's why I love Kill Team. Almost all the teams are between 6 and 10 models. Yep. A lot of people like skirmish games for that reason.
I love the idea of them. I have not found one where the rule set really jives with me much. Kill Team didn't. Chris and I played Kill Team, and it just didn't have it for me.
I think it would be a fun game, but that is not a... And I could be totally wrong, but did not feel like a casual experience going into it. I'm like,
It's really
what?
crunchy.
Every person
For
can do everything.
all the wrong reasons.
So, I do love the models, though. I really liked the Rattlings.
Yeah, it's got some cool stuff. Some really cool stuff. For sure. I liked Warcry, but it obviously didn't do very well.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
That is kind of a bummer.
Not sure why.
Yeah, Gus, I haven't tried Warcry. I saw Jason play it once. I played a lot of Age of Sigmar back in the day. I played recently, or not recently, but I started doing like their Path to Glory rules. I like that version of Age of Sigmar a lot better, because you kind of feel like it had a little bit of narrative in there that I really liked. I liked their scenarios, but I also liked having big army models, right? I like big army games, so that's always fun.
I've always loved, like, back in the day, the Path to Glory stuff was very RPG-ish.
Yeah.
And
I like being able to customize
that was
stuff.
cool, being able to customize your hero and gain, prestige or glory and spend your glory points after the game. But you have to have a group of people that's committed to it, right? It's like finding a good
100%.
D&D group. You got to have people that are like, yes, we're showing up, and yes, we're playing our games, and yes, we're keeping track, and yes, we're all invested. And nowadays, that just seems harder and harder.
Yeah, you got to
to
be
do.
a champion for some. I mean, heck, for a lot of these games, that's kind of it. You got to champion it.
That's why we're opening up the Experience Center, so that we can champion all of these things that we love.
Night Slayer trying to learn one-page rules, currently painting an army. I liked one-page rules. It's a fun, casual game.
Super simple.
Yeah, it's literally, I wouldn't actually play the more advanced version. I would literally stick with the one-page rule version. Stick with that one if you are entering war games to teach you how to play all these other ones. That's my recommendation.
It's a very basic I go, you go kind of game.
Yep. I almost feel like it's a tutorial for people trying to learn the games.
Yeah.
It really is. That way you can pick a model you really like, right? You pick a model you love. I love these little gnomes, these metal gnomes from this artist. I'm like, I want an army, so I made it that way, and it's great. I also really like Frostgrave, but you gotta have a hobby friend to play that game really, really fun. and a hobby friend who has all of the random encounters
Yeah.
models that are also painted and printed. I rolled the worst possible scenario and had a frost giant burst through a gate, and Chance is like, "You mean this frost giant that's fully painted and printed?" Perfect. Just how I like it. So I'm very spoiled in my Frostgrave. But it's a fun game.
We have the Frostgrave and then their Ghost Archipelago expansion
Yeah.
here. I know Ruben was really hot on it. I like the idea.
He had a really cool city, like, so we were able to use all the city terrain rules style things. That was fun.
Yeah.
Like going up to a clock tower, that kind of stuff. But anyway.
So many ways to play these games. You just have to have the right group of friends to do it.
Yep.
You know, you have to have people that are committed. If you're guiding, you know, you need to have the right commitment to guide those people so that they have fun, so they keep coming back.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like, if you want to play a game or get into it, Sandwich Bro, you could always shoot me a Discord message. I have found a Thunder Warrior proxy I really much like and an artist who does it, but I'm definitely always interested. Roger's family says suggestions for painting tattoos, camo paint, or war paint on a painted model.
That's a lot.
So it almost
tattoos-
sounds like freehand. You're wanting some tips and
Well,
freehanding?
tattoos are a form of freehand for sure,
Mhm.
right? You're going to have to freehand designs on there to get the tattoos done at first. So, you know, lay your image out, paint your image. With tattoos, the biggest thing is that you're going to want to get comfortable with getting the image done and then typically glazing the skin tone over the image, because tattoos don't sit on top of the skin. So if you just paint them with, you know, full saturated paint on top of a skin, then they look like they were painted. They don't look like tattoos. Tattoos are subdermal, so you want to make sure you glaze a thin layer of the skin tone back over the design once you're done. So getting comfortable with that is very much needed to really pull it off right. You can do some things like, you know, mixing your blacks with a little bit of green to get them to feel like that muddier color that happens after a tattoo is faded a bit. That can help, but you still want to give yourself some skin tone to glaze over. And which skin tone you use really has a lot to do with how you've painted the skin on the model. Anyway, if it's very pale, then you might want to glaze your mid-tone skin color. If it's just a normal kind of, you know, like Caucasian tan flesh, then your highlight can be the one that you glaze over without too much problem. You just have to be careful. If the highlight's too bright, then you can turn your freehand into like a milky look. What were the other ones? Camo?
Camo. Mm-hmm. And war paint.
War paint is the opposite of a tattoo. War paint sits on top of the skin, so you want to make sure it is saturated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can tell what's going on and that it looks like paint on the skin, because that's what you're going for. So it's a little bit different. You can just paint war paint on, and then depending on the scale of the model, you can do some things. There are some cool tricks that you can do that make it look like it's, you know, like cracked.
Mm-hmm.
That people have started sweating and the paint has started to fatigue. You can do things like that. Really, that is all at scale is where that matters. If you're painting a standard Warhammer type model with face paint or war paint on their arms or something, then you don't really have to do much else other than paint the color. If you're doing, like, say, red war paint on a face, I typically will go ahead and start with a darker color. You know, like if I was doing red, I might start with mahogany and put down mahogany, and then like a burnt red or whatever color I want the war paint to be. Over the top of that, I still want to give it a shadow color most times.
Yeah, the Apache Turtle says, do you guys, first time chat, welcome in, by the way. Do you guys recommend decal softeners?
I don't do decals, but yeah, I mean, it depends, I guess, on the manufacturer. When I would use decals in scale modeling, I have since moved to freehand painting all of my stuff. So I, for years, have not used, it's been, good God, 30, 40 years since I've used a decal, probably. The only ones I have are the ones for the Star Trek models that we've got, because I can't imagine actually painting those. Oh, I got color on that freaking thing.
20-minute, 5-minute Chris not washing his hands in the restroom warning, says little Billy. I wash my hands every time, mister.
Don't trust him. smells funny.
Sir Crow Painting. Does holding a paintbrush in a pencil grip versus how Jason is holding it make a difference, or is it largely preference? I would say it's largely preference, right? Because everybody kind of has their own way of doing things.
Yeah, I mean, there are some physics and human ergonomics that are not negotiable sometimes. I mean, you can force yourself into bad habits. But again, like Chris says, it's kind of like where you're comfortable and it being a little bit subjective. But I think that, a paintbrush doesn't act like a pen or pencil. Even though when you touch it to a surface, it applies color. It's a calligraphy brush. Brushes are calligraphy tools. If you've ever taken scripting or calligraphy, then you would learn very quickly that the way you hold the brush is, 90% of how it gives paint out. And I'm constantly twisting here, holding the brush like this, right? Is how you normally see me, because I'm really painting with these two fingers.
Yeah.
My middle finger, my forefinger isn't really necessary. Like, I can get in here and I can paint everything. I put this to balance so the brush won't flip out of my hand is really all it is. But when I'm painting, it's these fingers that are doing the painting. Yeah. And I'm usually pulling towards myself is how I do my painting. I don't push away very often. Sometimes, depending on the shape of the model, you have to. But most of the time I'm pulling in like this. And it's these two fingers doing it. This is stabilizing the brush so it doesn't flip out of my hand this way.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll choke in on the brush like this when I'm just using the point, which feels a little bit more like, working with a pencil or something like that. But most of the time when you see me doing it, I'm out further on the deal, like at the top of the ferrule with my middle finger and then doing like this, right? And I feel like it's by far the best way to maneuver a brush to great effect. Not just for me, but because of how the human hand works. It doesn't fatigue your hand. It keeps everything feeling right.
And you have a light grip. You're not
very light.
You
grip,
are not
yeah.
death gripping. That's a big thing that I've noticed.
Very light grip. You could come up and take
slap it right out of your hand.
You could take the brush right out of my hand. Yeah. It's only enough of a grip to keep it from falling out due to gravity. You'll see me every now and then if I, twist it too fast or something, I drop it on the table. It's kind of dangerous because it can get paint on things. Yeah. But yeah, it's very loose, so it can just fly out of my hand. But that is very, very crucial, right? You don't want to death grip the brush because then your muscles fatigue. They start to cramp up.
Yeah. Architect says, in regards to doing insignias, has anyone there tried Goblin Hobby Stamper in place of doing freehand or using transfers? Jason typically does freehand.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Freehand is the way to go, in my opinion, or decals. The stamp and plates are a fun thing. We actually worked with the person that came up with that idea first, and she really wanted to have us help her bring it to market. And the only reason we didn't, a couple of years before what you see now came out, is because we didn't trust that it was good enough technology to be customer service friendly. And I still feel like that. They use fingernail polish as the paint in order to get it to work right. So you're using a paint that isn't an acrylic. Yeah. That is, you can clean it up because you've got the mineral spirits or lacquer thinner or whatever you're going to use will give you the ability to clean it up. But I'm not a fan. And the stamp will double stamp very easily. It will get paint from the surrounding surface that you stamp it onto it, and you'll get like halos of color. It's a mess to work with, but if you have a design and you can get good at stamping it, then yeah, it's a great tool. So again, don't let me dissuade you from trying something like that. I did not like it. We still have a lot that we did in testing with it, but it just never felt like it was a good technology to me. It's been around forever. It's a fingernail stamping kit, right? That's all it is, from like Alibaba. And so you can there's another company out there that just started making stamps and a kit. off of like Temu or Alibaba or something that is doing the same thing, and they're just making, really what it is the plate with the graphics is the important part. You know, having like the Imperial Fist logo and Ultramarine logo and all that stuff right at hand, and the checkerboards and stuff is really cool, especially if you're doing like Harlequins or Orcs or something that have a lot of patterns and you can take care of some of that with it. I can see how that would be fun. You know, to be able to get through that stuff a lot quicker than you would freehanding. That's why I don't paint Harlequins and stuff, because
I've been on a big stencil airbrush kick.
I'm never gonna paint those things.
I love stencils and airbrushing. It's fun for me.
Stencils are fun.
Stencils are fun if you can make
stencils
it work.
are fun. They're hard to get at small scale detail with them,
yes.
right? You know, because of the way the stencil applies and doing that. They're great for camo and
they're great
larger
for
patterns and
big
stuff.
Big stompy robots.
Big stompy robots,
which
yes.
is what I use them mainly on.
100%. They can be great.
You want to know what day it is today?
It's Wednesday.
It doesn't feel like Wednesday.
Oh, wait. You mean it's a giveaway day?
It is. It feels like a... It feels...
Is it a giveaway day?
Like a giveaway day.
I feel like these things are all metal.
What are all metal?
All of this stuff that he's, like on the hilt or the handle that he's holding, I
Wouldn't
feel
those
like
be
that's
like
all
leather
metal.
Or wood? Like wooden?
It feels like it would be. It's just
wood?
sculpted very differently.
It'd be like etched wood? Like a bamboo wood?
Yeah. I'm going to do it like the leather. I'm going to do it with the warm brown. And all that.
Monument stencils, did I hear that right?
We didn't make stencil plates. We used the stencil plates from the fingernail stuff. What we were really working with her on was trying to figure out how to come up with a paint that would work well on the plate itself.
Yeah.
And it was Skelleby, if you know Skelleby. And we worked with her for the better part of a year trying to do it, and I finally had to back out of the project because I was like, I just feel like it's going to be a customer service nightmare. So
yeah,
shame on me. I don't like gimmick products. And it felt very gimmicky at the end of the day because it couldn't turn out consistent quality stuff unless you were really focused on that being what you train yourself to do. You know, Brent and those guys do it very well because they're selling the product and they are, you know, training themselves to make it good all the time. You're just not going to use it enough to remember every time you pick it up.
Yeah,
exactly what you need to do to make it work. So
there's a lot of user error, and they've made some good tutorials and such, but it's just, I don't know. It's a little, you got to practice that.
Yeah. But like I said, it's a good product for having fun with, and maybe it gets you past a problem you're having with, especially things like Space Marines where you have big empty shoulder pads. It can be great.
Well, and a lot of Space Marines to do, right? So
I think decals are just so much better.
Just the actual decals themselves?
If you're going to look for fast, you do decals. That's what they're there for. And they make great, crisp graphics. And the problem with the decal is you look and you can see the halo of the film.
But you can get rid of that.
But you get rid of it.
Yeah,
you just paint it with a matte varnish and you hide all that and it goes away. And I think it's great.
And it looks amazing.
They look great. The problem with decals is that they almost look fake because they don't match the way you've painted the model. That's why I early on moved to freehanding, like all the stars on my US tanks and things like that, because the rest of the model looks painted and that is too good. So you'll find a lot of people in scale modeling will put the decal on and then they'll chip the decal, right? You'll do the same chipping and weathering after you've applied the decal. You apply the decal much earlier. As a kid, I grew up and it was the last thing you did.
The decal.
You got it all painted and then you put the decals on.
Yeah.
And it, I was dumb and had the shine around the decal and all that. But and he didn't have the decal set and softener back then. But for me, as I got older, you learn that, okay, you do the decals. You set all the decals on when you've got like your base coat of paint on.
Yeah.
All of your color layers are on, your highlights, your midtones and all that. But before you go to weathering, then you put the decal on. Then you weather the tank. You matte varnish it, and then you weather the tank. And the decal becomes weathered with the paint and gets chipped with the paint. And then all of a sudden, you can make it look like
it's a part of the model.
Well, a lot of people will put the decal on and then paint over it freehand, which you can do, which now makes it look like you actually painted it because it has the texture. Remember, your brushstroke has texture visually, even if it's not sloppy texture. You can still tell what's painted and what isn't. And and if you just paint the decal, you know, again, if it's a star or if it's the ultramarine symbol, put the decal on and then paint over the decal.
Or just go for it.
Stay inside the lines. It's like a coloring book at that point. It makes life really, really easy. Seems like double the work, but it depends on, again, like Chris was saying earlier, it depends on how you wanted the models to look at the end.
Yeah.
Make that decision. You don't have to do that on every model.
It is definitely a very simple note, but it definitely is very effective when you think of it that way.
Well, we're big fans of, you know, being honest with yourself and saying what you want to get out of a project, and sticking to that is the biggest thing that will help you get a project done.
Yeah.
Because you'll remember, the goal is not to make this a display army. The goal is to get this on the table and really be proud of it and have fun playing games.
Yeah. I tend to just go super, very neutral tone under light, and now I'm adding more contrast to my fast painting so that they just look good, or you can see them on the table. But yeah, determining it from the get-go is definitely something that I think is worth something.
Oh, 100%. It's so good.
Because then you just move on to the next project.
Get it done.
Right? Get that one done. Then you're like, okay, there you go. I'd love to see Jason's freehand and ultramarine symbol at some point. Did you not do... You did that on the Fisters.
That's hopping close.
Yeah.
That's all free-handed.
You want to see that done is what you're asking.
Yeah.
At some point, you know what, we could do that. A lot of you have asked that for some point. We'll figure out a day.
I went through and did all of the, when 9th edition or 8th edition, whenever they did all of the Primaris Marines came out, we went through and painted all the Primaris Marines, and we did all of them with beaky helmets, 3D printed beaky helmets, of course, because Mark 6 is the best Mark 6. And but we went through and did all of that and freehanded all of the symbols. And it just makes it feel like it's part of the project as opposed to
just
a decal or you know. That's the thing that's good about those stamping plates is that they're painted. You know, at the end of the day, they're painted.
Yep. Yeah, we'll figure out a time. Fisters! There you go.
You think they're going to add the Fisters into the next release of that show? Probably not.
You know what I didn't? We should tag that. We should try to invite them to collaborate with that short just to see if they'll do it.
I'm sure they're busy fending off everybody that wants to collaborate with them.
But there's only one Fisters group, Jason. That's the point. There's only one Fisters. If you are not familiar with how our giveaways work, hit this link right here.
We call a name. That name says yes, and you win things.
And you get thing. You get thing now.
Chris, what are they getting this week?
Do you want to tell them, Jason? Do you want to tell them right now?
You tell them.
Let me copy. I'm making sure everybody sees this link really quick. Kublinger.
It's a Go Bag Neo.
We're giving away a Go Bag Neo.
Neo, you're the one.
Are we hyped enough? Brr, 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 brr. That's what we're giving away. We're giving away a Go Bag Neo. That's it. Get money, get paid. WAG! I'm an orc player. I do my WAG pretty well.
It's not WAG.
WAG! WAG! WAG, baby. WAG.
It isn't WAG.
WAG. WAG. WAG. There you go. Everybody's like, that's not a good WAG, Chris. But it's my WAG.
I want you to do that tonight in the middle of dinner.
WAG. I will. The G is silent. That's what we're giving away. We're giving away a Go Bag Neo. For all of you who don't know what that is, where have you been? You've been living under a rock, I assume. It is our smaller version of our Go Bag ecosystem, and it's amazing.
Great way to take your paint and or projects.
Yep.
around to
48
wherever
paint?
you
It
might be
holds 48.
hobbying and playing and having fun with your friends, or
my
just in
gosh.
your house.
It's amazing. Chris, homework for tonight is to pronounce wag correctly. No, it's a wag. I know what the kids say.
Hello, fellow youths.
Yeah.
I am
I
here
go
to
to
participate in your WAG.
I go to my 40K tournament with my little beautiful hobby case that's very nicely magnetized, right? Do. I'm skipping, right? And it's got my beautifully well-crafted tournament level 40K list because I'm very good at making 40K lists. Let me tell
He's
you.
very competitive.
Very competitive. My 2-Stompa list with all knobs is very competitive. So, get behind me now. And so I do that, and then sometimes I need a little paint sesh, and then I got my little Neo. So there you go. Necromancer Palette says, I need some advice. Okay. I recently moved from Chicago, and I'm no longer by the best LGS on the Planet Games Plus.
Okay.
Okay.
They're
All
very
local
good.
hobby shops only carry GW. How do I convince the hobby shops to be one of the cool ones and supply Pro Krill? Ask them if they like money.
Ask them if they like making money.
Yeah.
It's really that easy.
And if they're like, give me the proof, we'll give them the proof.
Are you in the business of making money, or are you in the business of promoting GW? I don't know.
It's all the same.
Yeah, Games Plus is amazing.
Yeah, we that's it. As silly as that is, you can get them. We would be delighted to get them all. I'm not running 120 Gretchen. No. That sounds like something I would do, though.
It does sound exactly like what Chris would do, by the way.
You know how many objective points I could hold? Not many,
None of them.
because I'd be blown off very quickly. Spaznat says, for the Experience Center, could you have QR codes for the display models linked to the VODs where they were painted? That's a very good idea. It's a little time consuming, but I will consider it.
We could look into it. There's no reason why we couldn't make that happen over time. Like Chris is saying, that's probably not a day one thing.
Yeah, it's a cool. I really actually like that idea, but that would require some effort. But we can do
it
it.
Also requires the models that are out there to have been painted on stream, which may be even harder because that probably isn't going to happen.
Droth says, Chris, are you a tryhard? You know it.
He's a wag.
Of course.
That's why he pronounces wag that way.
Guys,
because he is a wag.
Let me tell you.
Whack. He's a
I
whack,
approach
wag.
all of these war games looking for the meta, and I only run meta lists.
He really does.
I only, from the get-go, I'm looking at tournament numbers. I am looking at all of the meta things, and then I make purchases based off of the meta.
100%.
Jason
Will
would
vouch.
concur.
Will vouch for Chris.
I am the triest, hardiest, sweatiest nerd when it comes to the war gaming community that you'd ever done seen. No, not at all. I like my themed armies, and they die sometimes.
He's almost the opposite of the win at all cost gamer. He's the guy that comes with the army that you're like, why are you wasting my time?
No, people love fighting them. Now, I accidentally made a really dope zombie list, but then it was very oppressive.
It was only oppressive because if you'd had to play on a clock, you'd just lose. Your opponent would just sit back and say, all right, I win. Because you can't move all your crap
because I already killed them. They would lose from attrition because they wouldn't be able to combat. Because like, where do I go?
You literally couldn't move all your stuff fast enough.
I did with my trays. I got really good at that towards the end there.
Oh, okay.
I really actually did. I printed out those trays, and that game went.
That helped a lot.
But the problem was that I was able to get all those zombies in them, and that used to be when they die, it was on 5s, right?
Right.
That they explode no matter what. So that was oppressive when there was 120 of them in the vicinity, and where the damage transferred to the rest of the unit. It's like, well, there goes 1, there goes 2, and that's 45 mortal wounds. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even have that many models, Christopher.
They actually they fixed that. very quick. It was only a thing for 2 months. And I just happened to really like the zombies. So, speaking of zombies, here's your 5-minute warning.
What does that have to do with zombies?
I don't know. I just needed a segue. I was going to say zombie poops. So go use the restroom, I guess.
Do you think zombies poop? Or does it just fall out because, like...
Oh, they definitely poop. I don't ever think they're going to the toilet to do it, but...
So they don't, like, actively poop. It just kind of falls out because they don't
100%.
really have a digestive tract anymore, right?
Yes, 100%.
So it's just like they're walking around and whatever they were chomping on, they just leave it behind them.
Chomp. Yeah, 5 minutes. That link that you all just saw right there, and I've posted on all the platforms, hit that link or copy it into your browser. Bing, 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 bing. And do it. Panic Bomb's like, great segue, Chris. Pure A+++. Thank you. D Bowler says, warning, in 5 minutes, Chris will go use the restroom. No, I'm going to hold it just for you.
Good God.
Sir
What have
Blame's
we
like,
become?
dude, just walking and pooping. That's right. Wad just says, I'm off to games in case my name gets called. Wad, you gotta be here, mister. You gotta be here. You can't just be pawning off people. I'm getting it all set up. Man, you guys are gonna love this Neo if you don't have one. What a great giveaway. I'm so glad I came up with this idea. Oh, you can't see your face. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
About these people.
He's like, so what are we giving away today?
I did ask you that, and you were like, you know what? Cancel it all. And I said, no, but the people. You're like, I'm tearing it down. That's
Is
not
that
what
how
he
that
said.
went?
No. He skipped in here. He's like, do-do-do-do-do-do. We're giving away a Neo today. That's how it happened.
I didn't skip into here.
I didn't do such things.
I guarantee. The way I feel today, I did not come skipping into this room.
He did not. There was no skipping. There was no merriment. We were just there was merriment, and it was.
It might have been merriment. I'm
merriment.
not like pissed off or anything, but
No.
it was not a skipping day.
He was more of a briskly walking kind of day. So anyway, that's what we're giving away. Hit that link that just came up. You can hit it again here. Schloop. Golden brown.
Don't you
If
dare.
Procro wasn't around, what paint would you use, or what did you use? What did you used to use regularly? Rickstar, there is no reality in which this is in existence, in which therefore we shan't answer this question, because reality is Procro and Procro is reality.
Oh God.
So there are no alternative universes in which Jason did not create the best paint on the planet. So, next question.
So, to answer the question,
There you go.
I have used tons and tons of stuff. We on the stream when we started, we were using quite a considerable amount of Vallejo. I had used Vallejo for years.
Mm-hmm.
I had weaned myself off. I worked for GW for quite a while, and during my GW years, you painted mostly with GW paint when you work at GW. Although we did have Vallejo in the office from time to time for certain colors. Don't tell anybody. I mean, they have our paint in the studio.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's, a lot of Vallejo. I had some Army Painter, and various unsundry other paints in the studio, but nothing that stood out past Vallejo normally. And it was Vallejo paint that made us make Pro-Acryl. So I was having so many problems with a particular color.
Uh-oh, they're coming for us.
And so we said no more problems. And live on stream, we made the first batch of what would ultimately be titanium white, bold titanium white, and it's been history since. I just posted a memory on Facebook that popped up that was a picture of me 10 years ago painting. It was a work in progress pic of a dreadnought for the Emperor's Children for 30K.
Yep.
And it was that army that gave me fits with the white and why we made Prochrome. So it's funny to see those.
Coming up.
Yeah, it's just funny. You know, it's like you think about it, and it's like, wow, it's 10 freaking years ago we did that.
So, hold your questions now. We are going to pull a giveaway winner. I'm going to go over the rules one more time.
Person's going to be here on the first pull.
Yep. Because we have that kind of positivity today. With what's been going on here, we know for a fact that this person will be here to receive this. You have to speak up. Please hold your congrats until the person says it in all the chats. I have every chat open right here. Please hold your congrats. We're going to do one winner. This winner is going to get the Go Bag Neo, which is a dope giveaway gift. You guys are going to love this one if you don't have it.
Please pay attention to what he's saying. You have to acknowledge your win. We will not contact. We will not call a name and then contact you.
Yep.
You have to be here. It's part of the giveaway.
Yep.
You have to be here. You have to speak up. You have to be a follower.
Yep. On any of those platforms, you have to follow. And because you set up through that link, you put all your information in, and that's the name we're going to call.
So be listening. If you may not have put in your screen name, make sure you're paying attention to what your real name is.
Yep. Whatever name you put in there is the name we call. And we've had people have different usernames, but again, we have a way to verify that. So, did I do it right? Yes. Let me find my drum rolls. Jason?
What?
Are you ready to pick the first attempt to the winner?
Never.
The winner of the Go Bag Neo, Kreischer 247. Kreischer 247. I've definitely seen this name, and I know Tim's gonna give me a hard time for saying that.
Kreischer 24/7.
Kreischer 247.
What is going on?
Let me see.
Get your go bag.
Hold. Kreischer with a K. Krasher. Old. I'm looking over here on TikTok, Facebook.
Kreischer, are you there?
We go until we find one. For all of you who are new to this.
Yeah, if you're new around, we will.
We'll figure it out.
We'll move along, and then we'll continue pulling, and we will get there.
It goes very fast towards the end. Kreischer, are you there? And also, I give a certain amount of time because of lag between all the platforms. That's why I can't just bullet pull them. Sir Blame says they're online on Discord. Oh no, Kreischer! I've actually seen that name in Discord and actually in Twitch.
Give them a couple minutes. They might be watching on the website.
And in the meantime, you can watch Jason paint.
Little ropes.
Little ropes. Little ropes. Nicholas, no links, please. I know that every time you guys do a period by accident, I love calling that out because I don't want links in here. But hey, check these links out if you're already not familiar with our links. We got a whole page full of them. Here we go. Are you there? Kreischer going once. He is not a LinkedIn viewer.
Kreischer, you're about to lose your spot.
Kreischer, we're going to move on.
If we call your name and you're not here, don't worry. You still remain in the giveaway for future giveaways, so you don't have to re-enter or anything like that. We don't delete you or anything.
Kreischer going twice. I'm moving on. I gave you lots of time.
Womp womp.
Schlink schlonk. Schloopy schloop. Sean Mins is the next one. Sean Mins.
Sean Mins.
Sean Mins, are you
We got a
there?
go bag for you.
Sean Mins.
Sean, we got a go bag for you.
No, I do not. We do not type the name. Sean Mins.
Hey, have we seen Jen in chat?
I have not seen Jen in chat. But Jen is here. Sean Mins. Do not say congrats until they are official.
Jen and I are
Ascended
going-
Fox. That's
Jen-
your real name?
Sean Mins, Ascended
Sean
Fox.
Mins, Ascended Fox.
Congrats. Look at that. 2. We got it in 2.
Sean Mins, is that, it's the MINNS, right? Sean Mins. Sean Mins, here's how it works. You're going to, yep, no way, there you go. Absolutely. Ascended Fox, here's what you're going to do. You're going to hit up Gabe over on our Discord. He is monument_Gabe, and tell him that you won, and we'll make sure to cross-reference you and get all that information. So,
congratulations.
Congratulations. Nice. In 2? Heck
2. We got it in 2. That's pretty good.
Sean Mins. Yes. And then he will get you all hooked up.
That's pretty good. Where's the lineup where all this freaking rope goes?
Sean Mins. Shawnee Mins.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Jen, are you out there? Hello, Jen.
Stop it.
We're not giving anything else away. That was a big one. But here's what we do. Here's what you can guarantee is that we do that every week this year.
Oh, we already did these.
So there you go. We do it every week. So make sure you tune in.
1 giveaway a week. 1 massive giveaway at the end of each quarter. We've already done 2 of those.
And last week was a little bit of an outlier, so can't expect those secret giveaways.
Oh, we did a secret giveaway last week, so we had 2 in 1 week.
The moral of the story is make sure you're here. And we get it. Doesn't work for everybody at the time, but you know, we try to do our best. That's why we do that's why we do it this way with the link. That's why we don't do it on Streamlabs, because this way everybody can be here. And yes, it does take a little bit of time, but
didn't take any time.
This
It's
is
2.
the fair way.
Stop apologizing. We're giving people free stuff. Stop apologizing.
Hey, you know what? It's because I get reamed, Jason,
Hey, they don't
for
know.
giving
You know
free
what?
stuff.
We give free stuff.
That's right.
For
Secret
the program.
giveaway
Be
never
here
happened.
or be square.
Panic bomb. That is correct. Droth, false. I'm paid to pay attention. Ogre says, well, hopefully I didn't get called last week. My leg was getting chopped. Ooh.
Oh, no.
That's right, Mo. The slings, the arrows. Free stuff. Free stuff, not free pub. There you go, Doghouse. Yes. Little Billy. You're welcome. Jezzy Who. It's true. Some people are getting free items. Others are just getting free streams. You're getting free education 5 days a week. What else do you want? How much other things can we give away?
We give away our love. All our love for you.
Rob, I am Christmas sushi in Discord.
So am I. That's weird.
Oh, perfect. That's so that it is redirecting them to you. Good. Good.
So am I. No, I'm redirecting to you.
Oh, wait a second. If I'm redirecting to you and you're redirecting to me,
Aren't we the same person?
they're just
then?
getting lost in this. Ascendant Fox says, okay, I think I mentioned the correct person. Monument Gabe. Yes. I also let him know as well. So yeah, good stuff. Congratulations, Ascendant Fox.
Congrats. That's a great gift.
Heck yeah. Are
Good
you kidding
winnings
me?
today. Go Bag Neo is such a great tote.
Game delay. says, free stream? I paid good attention for this stream. That's silly. Preston Princess, first time chat, welcome in. Thank you for these streams. I love to watch the painting. It boosts my creativity, but is also relaxing. Thank you for doing these streams. Absolutely.
Hey, thank you for
We
giving us
appreciate
some
that.
of your time. Means the world.
We do appreciate
Sit around
that.
watching paint dry with us is a big deal. Thank you. We can give you any kind of boost of interest in painting or any creative outlet you might have. We win.
Yep. Zerg Killer. Jason has not painted any StarCraft, but Jordan has on stream. If you go, here's a tip for everybody who's new to our stream. If you go to our Learn tab over on our website, you can click that link there. You can see what we've done. You can also go to the VODs tab on YouTube, which has all the thumbnails. That's what we worked on in that stream. So if you see a thumbnail in our VODs and you're like, ooh, that interests me, that's where we got the model to that day. Typically, right? So you can kind of see the progression, the work in progress. Because these are all technically a work in progress. So go check that out. I do not accept people sending links, though, in any of the chats. So no links. I'll have to get very serious and ban you if you put a link.
I don't trust that he won't do it either, so you might.
Oh, I'll do it.
He's a dangerous man.
Links, I can get away with being called out. The slings, the arrows. That's my job here at Monument. But links, I don't do.
He won't suffer it.
Shadowcast says, hey Chris, is the Neo the one on your everyday carry bag? No, that's the sidecar. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's one of the accessories that does go on the Neo. I put the little sidecar for my water bottle.
The Neo is the full bag.
Yep. The Neo's
So
the big
it holds
one.
48. It is the half-size go
Yep.
bag. The full-size Evo carries 96 paints and has a tremendous rear cargo bay so that you can fit a tremendous amount of stuff. Lamps, paper towels, wet pallets, everything you can imagine in the Neo, in the Evo. The Neo is the half-size version of that. So
Rob, I'll
it
look at
carries
it.
about half of everything. 48 paints, rear compartment that will still carry tons of stuff, and you can have the molly webbing on the side carry a sidecar.
This sidecar, if you just have molly webbing accessories in your life, it's awesome. It holds, it even holds, as crazy as this is, I jammed this big old Stanley in it, and it even goes around the handle. So, there you go. No free pub for Stanley, but it works great for this thing. Because here in Arizona, if you don't drink a lot of water, you die.
You die. It's kind of. It's.
I wish that
not
was a
even
joke, but
You
it's actually facts.
drink your water or die.
Yes, Nicholas, he was here. Yep. But like I said, we do it every week. So you can sign up, and you only have to sign up once. That's the whole kicker, right? Sign up once, you're in there. Even if it gets called and you're not here, it stays. And there you go. And then they are put back in for the big ones. No, Musa, this is yes, no free pub for Stanley. Oh, Ascended Fox says, "What's the difference between expert paint range and the standard in the store?"
The expert acrylics are similar to heavy-bodied acrylics for artists that come in the tube. But they are formulated with a resin that is much sturdier than what you will find in most of those types of acrylics, because they're meant for like canvases and stuff, and we paint on models. So we need to have need to have a resin that actually sticks to 3D models. So they are built for painting models, but give you all of the intensity of pigmentation. That's the most pigment you're going to get in a single color is in that form. So they are just kind of very, very good for people that want to get into, if you want to paint CMYK, if you really just come from a background where you'd like to have that kind of consistency in your paint. They're very creamy. Obviously not liquid, but you can thin them down. The only thing that I say to people is that you probably aren't going to find yourself airbrushing with them a lot, but you can thin them down and make them work in the airbrush. We always just have, the color at hand and the regular line to do that with most of the time.
AC Miniatures, welcome in, Raiders.
What's going on, Aaron? Aaron, did you get my Discord
Aaron, did you get his Discord?
message? Howdy, everybody. We're painting Bugatti Bomb.
Ba-da-ba. We just got over our giveaway. But welcome in, Raiders. If you're new around here, get these links. We're doing some painting. AC says, ha ha, yes, I have. Shall we say my DMs have been fun of late?
I can imagine you're being all rock star with the thing over there, but
hop on in.
I'm not looking for your signature on my boobs or anything.
AC Miniature Mr. Osborne has also reached out. Nice.
Cool.
Shout out to AC. Aaron, hope you're well, my man.
When's the last episode? Isn't it coming up?
AC said, I'll sign your boobs. Don't tempt me with a good time, Jason. He's flying over right now to do so.
You know where you find me, baby. Bugatti Bomb. It's Bugatti Bomb. Bugatti Bomb. It's a lot of brown.
Awkwardish says today was the
these
finale.
These are my desert frogs.
Chat. Oh, today was it. Oh, Awkwardish, today was final, so it was very, very busy in the chat. I can imagine.
Oh, cool. This is my... Well, who won?
Uh-oh. No spoilers.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe
no
nobody.
Spoilers.
Maybe some people in chat don't want to know, so don't spoil it.
No spoilers.
We're painting up our Trollkin army. We're doing an entire army, and we've got the frog side and the troll side.
Good stuff.
So blue skin, green skin. Greenish. So we're having fun. Messing around. Trolls have been my, if I have to pick a faction, it's always been my love to paint in Warmachine. It's always been trolls. They've always been the best.
Now we watched it live so everybody knows. Yes, we know. Oh. AC.
What?
Maybe.
Some Payne's Gray.
Can we chat? Oh, hey,
I
no.
gotta figure out
Mojo.
these feathers.
That was just me eventually getting to the videos.
I think we'll do all the feathers as crow feathers.
Ooh.
They're
okay.
They do them as bright because these are supposed to be jungly, but I'm doing all of mine with desert bases, so we'll adjust to make them like crow or vulture.
Yes.
Black.
Verpin, you can win on any side.
And this will bring some blue into the composition on these guys, since the rest of the trolls are all obviously heavily blue with their skin. I just won't go as bright, obviously, with the feathers. We could make them like parrot, African, macaw style blue, scarlet.
I'm pretty
macaw.
good at that.
Macaw. How far does that get you in life? You're still working here, so that obviously hasn't done much for
I've
you.
actually gotten paid $1,700 for the last month by doing the residuals from a commercial. So,
what?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Is that the OnlyFans thing?
No, that was my past VO career. Can you be a bird? We'll pay you residuals for the next 15 years if you could do it. Sign me up. I'm a bird.
What kind of bird do you want me to be?
A macaw. Macaw! Perfect, you're hired.
That's exactly not how macaws sound, but that's good. Macaws don't say macaw. That's not
They do, Jason. Have you ever been?
God. Have you ever been to Macaw Land? Because I've been to Macaw Land, and I can tell you how macaw sounds. Macaws are always just sitting there saying macaw.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Scraps is a boy dog. You like gladiator movies?
Double T says Chris's video production is like us with models. He has probably 8 terabytes of content, maybe 4 hours of finished videos edited.
Yes,
Whoa,
that's exactly right. How do they know you so well?
No, it's because we do this 10 hours a week. Double T.
For how many years,
Mister?
Chris?
A long time. There's a whole process of me making entire proxies overnight just to handle all of our data. So there you go.
So for those of you who may be new around here, this is year 10.
We have a lot of
on this wonderful platform.
We've only been actually consistently in the new format, been recording in the way we do now for a year and a half.
Isn't that crazy?
And I tell you how much terabytes of memory I'd have to re-proxy every 2 months. It's ridiculous. So
we do the thing.
Yeah, we do. We shoot in the lowest codecs here on BRAW, but yet it still uses a lot of memory. So you have to make proxies of it. I don't need to explain myself to you, Double T.
You just did.
Watch the video.
You literally just did, though. You took all that time to explain yourself, only to then whip back and say, I don't have to explain myself.
I don't need to do this.
You do.
I don't.
It's literally your paycheck.
I do not need to explain it.
It's literally your paycheck.
I do not need to explain it to these people.
It's literally your paycheck. Well, not that.
That's what I'm saying. Go watch the video. Take this. Go do that. There you go. You don't need to know the process or how the donuts are made. Just watch the dang video.
You don't need to know how the donuts are made. Just eat the donut.
There you go.
Welcome to Monument Hobbies.
But hey, you can find all of those.
Where customer service and fine dining experiences are the norm.
You can go find all of those videos on our website. I will not. Here's what I'll explain. It's a good video. The blending one, I knew a lot of you would love it. So that's where we...
Is that one out?
Yeah, came out this morning. Blending made easy, and it's a great video. I knew it was gonna be a hit. Because I've watched it a bunch.
Is it like the wet blending video where I get the actually guy that says, that's just blending?
No, it's just you go over quick techniques on blending and then quick wet blending. That's kind of how we approach a lot of these, is that most of our YouTube tutorials are the techniques you need to get going on a concept. That's the whole idea behind them.
Yeah.
We're doing them quick and fast because we're also talking to 400 people simultaneously. So you can't expect it to be this, but I think a lot of you connect with it because not a lot of people do that out there. So that's kind of the approach we've taken with our education, is that we're going to show you the technique and then you go apply it.
We're educating people?
That's right.
What are we teaching them?
We're teaching them how to paint.
That's too much pressure. I quit.
Serge, first time chat. I saw that video today. I was good. Good. It was good.
It's too much pressure. I quit.
It was good. Good thing.
Are people watching us right now?
AC says, right. I'm going to bounce now. I'm all packed up. Have a great stream, peeps. I'll find your DM tomorrow, Jason.
You're all packed up. Where are you going?
Where are you going? Aaron, you flying here to sign our boobs?
Yes. Manly men with signatures on our chests.
Ascended Fox is like, wait, this is a painting channel? Oh, if you don't know that, I have not done a good job. AC,
Aaron,
take it easy, buddy.
Take it easy, man.
Always appreciate you. Great. Yes, this is a painting channel.
What?
This is
no.
Jason, when do you have to leave for your adventure?
Me?
Yeah.
What adventure?
Oh, I meant the paints are away. Oh. But I'll pack my bag in the morning. I'll swing by once I'm done with the music festival this weekend. Hey?
Music festival? Rock and roll.
What time do you have to leave today, Jason?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably 4:30.
Okay.
What time is it?
Hey, you got some time.
We talked about 4:30.
You have 15 minutes.
Jen and I are going on a hot date.
Where's Jen?
I don't know.
Jen.
She's scared about our hot date, so she's not around.
Are you there? Anyway, shout out to Aaron. Go give him a follow.
If you're not following AC Miniatures, what are you even doing?
What are you doing?
What are you even doing? Aaron's good people.
But yeah, if you guys are curious on the video,
He has questionable taste in music and hair products, but other than that, he's a good guy.
He's got glorious hair. Flowing in the wind.
Cut all mine off today.
It looks good. You know.
I walk in there and they're like, "What do you want to do with it?" And I said, "I want it gone."
I wanted.
And every single time they're like, "Well, then why did you grow it out?" And I said, "Well, that's just pure laziness."
I want it gone.
Are you making fun of me? Like, just because I walk in here and look like I crawled out of a cave.
People says, aren't all dates in Arizona hot dates?
Hey, I didn't need you to call it out so abruptly, but that was my whole
Come
point.
on, Dad.
Jeez.
Hot date, picnic in the parking lot says. No, that's called a death sentence.
Ooh,
Jen says, I'm always here. Jen, I know you're always here.
Hot date night, babe. I got my hair cut just for you.
Just for you, Mrs. President.
Mrs. President. It's not her birthday yet. Do you know that Jen has a birthday next week?
What day?
Thursday.
Jen, it's your birthday on Thursday?
Is it Thursday? Thursday.
Thursday.
Everybody in chat, remember, it's Jen's birthday next Thursday. We might drag her in here, kicking and screaming.
Our biggest giveaway yet.
I was going to say we could let Jen pick what we do for the giveaway next week for her birthday, but you know what she'll give away?
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, she'll give away everything.
Oh, see, some people are already in front of it. They're already like, oh, so Jen will pick the giveaway. We will let her pick it. You won't be happy with what she picks.
I think so.
She will be like, nothing, you get nothing.
I think she'll give away something spectacular. It might be the adverse. It might be the best giveaway yet. Who knows? Soap for everyone.
Jen will give me away? What?
Oh.
Wow. My time here is done, it appears. I am sleeping on couches from now on.
Yikes. All right, so Jen's birthday next week.
Yeah,
all right.
It is.
Okay.
It's good, fun stuff.
Fun, fun, win-win. Yum, yum.
Yum, yum.
Fun, fun, win-win. Imagine winning your own personal miniature painter. What a dream.
I think that's called slavery.
Well, if Jason...
I will not be entered into indentured servitude for painting.
If Jason ever becomes your personal mini painter, you might not get painted minis.
Hey, what? Damn, shots fired. You'll be able to paint them. I don't finish them, but you'll be able to paint them better than ever before.
That's true. Jason, I'd like a finished army. Well, that's not happening.
Good, get after it.
Good on you. I have to I protect Jason from all of these kinds of things.
Right. By protect, he means he commits the act. He abuses the elder.
Well, yeah, if you get hit by me first, nobody else has the opportunity. Isn't that how that works?
Protection, it's defense through offense.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Defense
the best defense is a good
offense.
offense?
Yep.
Okay. I got it now. I understand now.
That's great.
I understand now where
I
Chris
need that
is.
shirt made. No, we need a shirt where I need a portrait of Jason, and then we need a huge massive fortress wall and a bunch of arrows and slings bouncing off of it. That's our next shirt design.
No, I like the other one much better.
What's that? There are so many ideas.
The one that Ryan wrote down. He better not write this one down.
Write it down, Ryan. But doesn't Chris abuse the elderly?
Yes.
False.
All the time.
I treat them so well.
Well, maybe the rest of them. He doesn't treat me very well.
Double T says that's why Jason moved to skirmish games. More chances to finish a squad. Also
not true. We talked about that today.
We did.
The reality is that it's whatever game you enjoy playing is probably going to get the most attention and get the finished army. And none of the skirmish games have really appealed to me very much. I wish they would, because I like the model count. But they all turn out to be like horrible games like Blood Bowl.
Jason, no.
What?
You love Blood Bowl.
It's horrible.
It's your favorite game.
It's not.
You're going to be attending our event on the 26th.
I won't.
You will. He'll be there, having fun.
When are you you're doing an event on the 26th of this month?
Of
next Wednesday?
Of September.
Oh. I was like, no, you're not.
We are, the 26th, September. Get ready.
Where?
Gamers Guild.
Oh.
We got 11 peoples thus far. It's going to be big.
Are all 11 of them people you paid to be there?
No.
They're actual people?
Actual people. Stan says, do you play 100-point Warmachine games or 50-point skirmish games?
Both. When we're teaching people, we play 30 and 50, and then we move to 100 as soon as they feel comfortable and get their army list together. 100 is where the game is the best to play. You have the most resources to actually play the scenario and do well. It's hard to factor in scenario play when you just don't have enough minis that attrition keeps you from being able to like get to the other side of the board after turn 1 or 2. That's a little bit discouraging. But it teaches the game very well. So we typically don't teach with a lot of scenario play at 30 or 50 points. At 50 points you can play the scenario. But much better at 100. So
Ghost Hunter Frostgrave is a fun skirmish game. That's what I was saying earlier. You were listening, hopefully, and paying attention. But it's never guaranteed with you, Ghost Hunter. You never know.
yeah, Frostgrave's okay.
I mean, it's pretty good.
I like it. It has that RPG element to it.
It's very
as a single game, not so great. As a campaign style thing, really good.
Yeah, it feels more like an RPG.
Yeah, it's what it's meant to be.
With skirmish game rules.
Well, because it's like the modernized version of like Mordheim. It's like they took the Mordheim idea, and Mordheim, why those games don't really exist, I think, is because they are more RPG-ish, and people have got to invest more time than just, sit down. Even though we say, some war games take way too long, the reality is that they RPGs take longer because you have to invest even when you're done playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that gets a lot of people kind of tired of them, or maybe not as invested. But I really like those kind of games where your war band grows and get wounds, and you have to adapt and buy new dudes and things like that. That's such a good way to.
What was
this.
the D Bowler's asking? What was that first color you
Holy
used?
cow! Payne's gray and then dark gray blue, and this combo just gives you like crow feathers. Look at that. It's like, yep, crow feathers, and we haven't even highlighted it yet. That's good. That gives it a shock of kind of a bluishness to it, which will tie it in with the other trolls, even though it's a different blue.
Boom Honker says,
Boom Honker? That sounds like a troll name.
Boom Honker, do my eyes deceive me, or did the faction ADD manage to survive an entire weekend? It did.
I played trolls, and we're still painting trolls.
It's a beautiful streak.
I played Craghorn. I beat somebody who had only played 2 games. Mike. But yeah, I've got 10 armies, 11 armies? I don't know, too many armies. But trolls are always my first love. It took me a while to get grown into the Kithgard look, because they're more like the Signar remnants. They're a little too militaristic and not as trolly. But these guys aren't. They make like I've ordered I'll have to paint him twice, because they do have one of him that he has like a military helmet on his head and he's dancing and it has boots and pants. So we might paint that one up too. It's totally different. But yeah. But I like these guys just because they're funny, like jungle toads. But we're going to paint them in the desert. So this part of the list is really fun. I'm not using these guys, the shamans, for anything. I don't run them in my list, but they're funny models. And look, Chris found his foot. Look, Jen. Chris found his foot. I made the surgical application there, so now he goes from green to gray. I have to figure that out. But Chris found, like, literally, Chris was like, so there's a foot down here, huh? And he bends down, and Gabe goes, did you just find it? And he goes, yes. And he got up and literally found the foot. Like, it was like that fast.
It's all my eyes.
Wasn't it?
Pew, pew, pew.
It was literally, he found it in like before you could count to 5. He just found the foot. So now we have all the parts back. So now I'm not as torqued off as I was
There you go.
before. So anyway, made some good progress on Bugatti Bomb.
If someone loves Warhammer 40K Arcs, who should they look into for Warmachine?
Trolls. Yeah, trolls. Probably. Although, you know, like orcs are not as whimsical as they used to be, and trolls aren't super whimsical. They have very hard rules and play very hard. They just have a look that's more fun, I think. But that's the thing with Warmachine, is that the way the game is designed is that the way an army plays is based around one model, and that's your Warcaster. So both of these guys are Warcasters, Warlocks, Warcasters, and, you know, Bugatti Bomb or Boggity Bomb, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce his name. This guy has a whole set of rules attached to him, and each character has an ultimate, and their ultimate and their spell list kind of defines how they play.
Yeah.
And so you might have a ranged caster, or a melee beat stick, or a combination, or a defensive, or a control, or whatever. They make the game. So one model can change the entire rest of the army. You can play the entire army list the same and change these two guys out for one another. I could play this guy and then trade him out for this guy, and now the same models play totally different because he treats them all differently, wants them to do different things. And then you only have to tailor the list for like the units that really support your caster well, but you'll find that I would say like 50 to 60% of your list stays the same, and you change out about 30 to 40% of your list to match the caster that you put in, and then your army can be, generally armies have like 5 or 6 different casters that you can choose from, so you could play 6 different ways with one army. So when you say like, hey, if I like orcs, what would I play in Warmachine? Anything is the answer. You pick the faction that looks the coolest to you, because all of them will have a caster that will feel fairly orky. If it's like, it depends on how you like to run orcs. Do you like to do like speed freaks and go fast and hit people hard with shooting? Then there's lists like that in almost every faction. If you like to stomp across the board slow and ponderous and then beat people in the face, there's lists like that. So as you can probably tell from Bugatti Bomb, he likes to catch people on fire. That's his whole shtick is fire. So,
all right.
But everybody, thank you so much for hanging out, and congrats to our winner. We got a Go Bag Neo out the door today for our year of the giveaway. We are through well over half of the year already, which seems silly. Heading into fourth quarter, for crying out loud. And it's been an amazing year. We've been giving lots and lots of great hobby products out to people. We've been very, very excited to see all the new people around on the stream. Thanks for attending on a daily basis, watching some paint dry, and my crazy, non-methodical journey through this world of painting. I am a complete ADD model disaster, but you guys love it, and you know you do. So thanks for tuning in. For those of you that are new around here, please hit the follow the sub button.
Yep.
Keep showing back up. Chris and I will keep you entertained.
Yes, thank you all. Appreciate it.
What, am I a clown? Am I here to make you laugh?
We'll dance.
Am I funny? Ha ha.
Funny. My funny ha.
Am I funny? Ha ha. But thanks so much. Yeah, check out the link. The one link to rule them all. Yep. You can check out all the wonderful Monument Hobbies products on both our American and our EU store. We ship worldwide and are making paint for you daily. So go and do some of this brushstroke stuff on your own models. And we'd love to see you tune back in, so make sure to follow. Stick around, because Chris is going to find us somebody to raid.
Yep.
And take you off to some more hobby goodness on your hump day evening.
Yep.
Enjoy. Show some love in the chat we wind up in, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow. Adios, guys.
Bye.